Chapter 1828. Ha! Even if someone is dissatisfied, they can't just arrest him, Pu Luo said with a smile. Now, there were indeed some people in the main sect elders who were dissatisfied with Knight's sorrow because the Humanitarian League was too arrogant and domineering, and they could punish whoever they wanted. But who would dare to propose to arrest Knight's sorrow and deal with Knight's sorrow? Knight's sorrow was backed by a group of lunatics of the human race. If anyone dared to propose to touch Knight's sorrow, they might be hit with a black brick tomorrow. Who could bear such a risk? If they were hit with a black brick, their old face would be gone. The point is that I didn't do anything wrong, right? Knight's sorrow said with a smile. Yes, you didn't do anything wrong. You are now a human lord, a young lord. Under your leadership, we dealt with a group of demon-winged clan people who infiltrated. Your contribution is great. Everyone can't wait to praise you, Emperor Tang said with a smile. He knew that no one would dare to touch Knight's sorrow easily. Knight's sorrow had a group of hardcore Humanitarian League supporters and King Yawu as his martial uncle. Offending King Yawu. No one in the human race would dare to do such a thing. It was disrespectful to the almighty of the human race. Okay, let's go to Tianhuang City to take a look. Knight's sorrow nodded. The Grand Elder had spoken, so he had to go. The Grand Elder was an elder who needed to be respected. At this time, the other elders of the Humanitarian League also arrived at Night Moon Villa. Alliance Master, don't worry. Whoever dares to go against you or mention banishment, we will not let them off. When Pu Luo is in charge, we will kill their whole family, Reese said with a glance at Emperor Tang. His words were a threat. Emperor Tang also smiled bitterly. The Humanitarian League's troublemakers were not to be trifled with. Then, the group took the teleportation formation and arrived at the divine capital. Then, they took another teleportation formation and arrived at the heavenly desolate city. Feeling the cold and murderous nirvana sea breeze, Knight's sorrow turned his head and looked in the direction of infinite wasteland. Then, he looked at Ruisi, Yuzhu, and the others. You guys stay in my courtyard. You don't have to follow me. Ruisi, Pu Luo, and Fen Tian nodded. I want to meet the seventh elder. I have some questions that I need to ask him. Lin Piaomiao said. I want to meet the Grand Elder as well. I want to talk to him about what happened in the divine capital, the Grand Demon King said. In reality, the two of them were just worried about Knight's sorrow. Pu Luo and Emperor Tang nodded. Emperor Tang already knew that the Great Demon King and Lin Piaomiao had passed the 6 tribulations of the heavenly Tao. Now, they had to be coaxed. They couldn't afford to provoke them. Besides, Lin Piaomiao was working under the 7th elder, Lu Qi. She was the next candidate for the disciplinary elder position. The Great Demon King was working under the Grand Elder. The two of them had a valid reason to follow him. Then, the group arrived at the Grand Elder's little world. In the little world, the Grand Elder was talking to a man in a golden flaming robe. This is clan leader Qi Rui. You guys should get to know him, the Grand Elder said to the group. The few of them cupped their fists at the man in the golden robe. The human tribe has been producing many talents recently. Our luck is coming. The clan leader in the golden robe nodded at the few of them. Then, he looked at Knight's sorrow. Knight's sorrow cupped his fists at Qi Rui. Knight's sorrow greets Senior. The Merit Emperor of the human tribe. You are very young. Impressive. Very impressive. Qi Rui looked at Knight's sorrow and nodded continuously. Since you are here, please tell me, Knight's sorrow said to Qi Rui. You want to tell me? Then tell me. I am listening. Qi Rui was stunned. Then, he nodded at Knight's sorrow. The first time I came across the words Blood Kirin was a few years ago. At that time, I killed an opponent and obtained the divine Blood Kirin pearl from him. However, I gave the divine blood Kirin pearl away, Yishang said. Okay. Go on. Seeing that Night's Sorrow was not finished, Chi Rui nodded at Night's Sorrow. My blood Qilin evil vanquishing spear's tip was made from a blood Qilin's tailbone. However, this junior obtained the tailbone near the Yellow Springs River. I don't think this is enough reason for senior to come to the human race to denounce them. Night's Sorrow raised the spear and said. Can I have a look? Chi Rui stood up and asked. As long as I am still standing, I will not let anyone else have my weapon, Night's Sorrow refused. Then you hold it. Let me have a look. Chi Rui looked at Night's Sorrow and asked. Okay. Yishang stretched out his right arm and brought the blood Qilin vanquishing evil spear in front of Lin Rui so that he could see the tip of the spear. After looking at it, Chi Rui's right thumb cut the pad of his index finger. A drop of golden blood appeared and fell on the tip of the spear. While Night's Sorrow was still in shock, the drop of blood was absorbed by the tip of the blood Qilin evil punishing spear. This blood Kirin tailbone belonged to my third son, Chi Rui. A few eras ago, the Demon Wing clan wanted to capture him. He blew himself up. His body was affected by the merit power and fell into the turbulence of the void. The Demon Wing clan did not get it. But I did not expect the hardest part of his tailbone to be in your hands. Chi Rui's face looked pained. I'm sorry. Since it has been proven that the blood Kirin tailbone belongs to your son, Night's Sorrow will not make you feel sad. Night's Sorrow took a deep breath and wiped the blood Kirin evil vanquishing spear with his left hand. He then held the spear with both hands and presented it to Chi Rui. The tip of the spear had absorbed Chi Rui's blood, which meant that the owner of the blood Kirin evil vanquishing spear was his relative. You may have misunderstood. I came to the human tribe to see your grand elder and you. I did not come here for this spear. Chi Rui said. Yishang, Patriarch Chi Rui is here to ask for your help. He's not here to denounce you, nor is he here for the blood Qilin divine bead or the blood Qilin evil slaying spear. The great elder invited Chi Rui to sit down. Then, the grand elder's words made Night's Sorrow understand. Patriarch Chi Rui's wife, Lin Shao, had given birth to a daughter an era ago. However, before that, the black dragons had attacked the blood Kirin tribe. Chi Rui's wife, Lin Shao, had been injured. She had used the energy in her body to heal her injuries. As a result, she had been in a coma ever since she gave birth to her daughter. When they heard that the human tribe had a merit emperor, Chi Rui and Lin Shao decided to come and ask for help. 3. Look at Chapter F and Section 1 of the book version 0. In the Kirin tribe, the males were Kirins and the females were Kirins. I see. What do you need Night's Sorrow for? Night's Sorrow asked. We Kirin tribe were born with merit bodies. However, my daughter's veins were injured. We could not heal them because our merit energy level was not high enough. Therefore, we came to ask for help. Take back the spear. I am not here for this, Chi Rui said. Chapter 1829. Thank you for considering things from my perspective. But in fact, when Qilin Wing fell, there was no corpse left at the scene. It is also a kind of opportunity for you to be able to obtain a part of it. It is also a kind of gratification for me to have his traces in this world. It is not a disgrace to him to fight side by side with you, so take this spear. It belongs to you. Qilin evil slaying spear gently touched it again and then pushed it back to Night's Sorrow. Then Night's Sorrow thanked Senior. Night's Sorrow put away the blood Kirin evil punishing spear and put it back into the holster on his back. You said it's called the blood Kirin evil slaying spear. Very good. The blood Kirin clan does not participate in the competition between the clans, but we never fall behind anyone when it comes to slaying evil. I look forward to seeing its brilliance in the future, Chi Rui said. After some time, the Heavenly Baron's city will hold a competition for the #1 vanguard and the #1 commander of the 100 Races Alliance. Clan leader Chi Rui, you can attend the competition, the Grand Elder invited. Sure. You're still lacking a bit this time. I'll cheer for you next time, Chirue said to Knight Sorrow after accepting the invitation. Senior, I want to participate this time as well, Knight Sorrow said. Good. This is courage. Let me give you some encouragement. Chirue was stunned for a moment before he said. Thank you. When does Senior need Knight Sorrow's help? Knight Sorrow asked. I'm going to stay in the Heavenly Desolation City for 2 more days. Your Grand Elder is my old friend. I'm here to ask for a favor, but I'm not an unscrupulous person. I'll have a few drinks with your Grand Elder, Chirue said. CYX Hair K, alright, Grand Elder, when the Patriarch is about to leave, just inform Knight Sorrow said. After that, Knight Sorrow, Lin Piao Miao, and the others left the Grand Elder's pocket dimension. I didn't think that there would be such a thing. Knight Sorrow, are you going to the Blood Kirin clan? The Blood Kirin Mountain is a forbidden area. No matter what race you are not allowed to enter. You have been invited. This is an honor, Pu Luo said, looking at Knight Sorrow. There are some things that I don't quite understand. The blood scale race did not participate in the contest of races, so why would the black dragons attack them? How did the third son of clan leader Chi Rui fall in the hands of the demon-winged clan? Knight Sorrow asked Lin Piao Miao and the others. As the saying goes, wherever there are people, there will be fights. Actually, that's not true. As long as there are lives, there will be fights. I don't know about the third son of the Blood Kirin clan, but I know about the black dragons attacking the Blood Kirin mountain. That time, the black dragons suffered a loss, but I didn't expect the Blood Kirin clan leader's wife to be injured, said Lin Piao Miao. Why do the black dragons bite whoever they catch? Knight Sorrow was confused. Who knows? It's been like this for a long time, Pu Luo snorted coldly. Knight Sorrow and the others returned to his courtyard, and a small table of wine was served. What's going on? Did they make things difficult for our alliance master? Asked Yu Zhu. At first, I thought the blood scale race was here to punish us. I didn't expect them to ask for our alliance master's help. There's no problem at all. However, this doesn't feel good. With strength, why should we be afraid of anyone? Said the great demon king. In this world, there were very few cultivators who could pass the Emperor's tribulation. However, the clan leaders and pillars of the various divine beast races were all at this level. If such existences wanted to target anyone, it would be an unsolvable nightmare. The great demon king also decided to wait until his main body stopped cultivating before continuing to break through the Emperor's tribulation. If he didn't pass the Emperor's tribulation, he wouldn't have the confidence to be lawless. After drinking 2 cups of wine, Knight Sorrow stood up and took out his blood-scale evil-slaying spear. I didn't expect you to fall at the hands of the Demon Wings clan. I'll avenge you in the future. After saying that, Knight Sorrow started to display his spear art. He was furious when he heard that Qilin Yi had self-destructed in order to prevent his body from falling into the hands of the Demon Wing tribe. Hence, Knight Sorrow suppressed his anger and displayed his spear art at full force. As Knight Sorrow displayed his spear skills, the blood-scale evil-slaying spear shone with a golden light. It was the light of virtue's domain. With anger in his heart, Knight Sorrow's towering heaven spear intent became even more obvious. Every spear strike was as if it wanted to pierce through the sky. Every spear strike was as if it wanted to conquer the world. The tip of the blood-scale evil-slaying spear shone with a golden light after being stimulated by the light of virtue. At this moment, in front of a window in the tower, the Grand Elder and Chi Rui were chatting while looking at the buildings in Tianhuang City. Naturally, they noticed this scene. The towering heaven spear art is so advanced. This is the true inheritance of King Yawu's spear art. The Grand Elder was a little shocked when he saw the golden light and black spatial rifts lingering above Night Sorrow's small courtyard. He really didn't know that Night Sorrow's spear art had reached such a level. Isn't the primordial chaos spear art also at such an advanced level? Every spear has the power of a domain. You guys have put in a lot of effort for this seedling. Chi Rui naturally understood the Grand Elder's spear art. We were worried. This guy can cause trouble, but we didn't put in much effort. I just threw the spear manual to him. I guess King Yawu did the same. Our spear art is something that can only be understood and not taught. It's also his ability to cultivate it to such an advanced level, said the Grand Elder. He's very young. In the future, he will be a pillar of the human race. No wonder he dares to participate in the competition for the first vanguard of the 100 Race Alliance with the cultivation of a primary-level Imperial Lord. He has the confidence. With a spear in hand, he dares to fight the world. Even if he's not a match, no one can take his edge off. It's a good thing that the Qilin Wing Bone can accompany him, said Patriarch Chi Rui. A few years ago, when he was still a 2-star emperor, he fought with 5 Imperial Lords of the Demon Wing clan on the Nirvana Ocean Bridge. I've seen many battles, but it's the first time I've seen such a tragic and soul-stirring battle. 5 Imperial Lords and an avatar were all killed by him. He dragged his broken leg and walked back step by step, leaving bloody footprints. After the Grand Elder finished speaking, he threw a crystal ball to Chi Rui. The crystal ball recorded the scene of Night Sorrow's battle. The crystal ball that recorded this battle scene had been replicated many times and circulated among the human race. It was a classic battle, an inspirational battle. After Chi Rui activated the crystal ball, he looked at it carefully and looked at the Grand Elder. You guys just watched. It's the City Lord's death order. He has to kill his way back. I and the other human race elders can only stand on the city wall and watch him fight. Our hearts are aching. The Grand Elder nodded. If anything happens, you'll regret it. However, this is indeed domineering. Impressive. Chi Rui didn't return the crystal ball and directly threw it into his storage ring. You dripped a drop of blood essence into the blood Qilin evil vanquishing spear. It shouldn't be simple, right? The Grand Elder smiled. There were many crystal balls, but only one original was very precious. However, he didn't care. First, I have to confirm if that's my son's skeleton. If it's not, that drop of blood won't be integrated into it and I'll take it back. If it is, I'll absorb it. If my son still has soul fragments in the world, they'll gather towards that skeleton, said Chi Rui. Your blood Qilin clan has the power of merit protecting you. You'll be blessed by the heavenly Tao, said the Grand Elder. Chapter 1830. Didn't you say you were going to stay for 2 days? The Grand Elder said with a smile. At first, I thought there was hope. But now, I realize that Night Sorrow's power of merit is quite different from what I expected. So, there's a high chance, Chi Rui said. That's fine too. This is a big matter for the Blood Qilin clan. Rest for a night and go back tomorrow. Otherwise, you said that you would stay for 2 days. If you change your mind and leave now, you will lose face in front of the juniors, said the Great Elder. Chi Rui nodded. He knew that the Grand Elder was thinking for him. Night Sorrow displayed his spear skills and vented his emotions. Then, he returned to the hall of the courtyard. Your spear skills are getting more and more overbearing. Pu Luo poured a glass of wine for Night Sorrow. I'm sorry to disturb everyone. I just had some thoughts, Night Sorrow said. I can understand. After hearing it, I also felt uncomfortable. Chi Rui, I don't know how strong he is. In order to not fall into the enemy's hands, he self-destructed. I respect him as a man, the great Demon King said. If there's nothing big, let's go back to Shindu City. It's not good to have no one guarding there. We've offended too many people. If they find out that we're not there, they'll attack our territory. That'll be troublesome, Pu Luo said after thinking for a while. In the end, everyone decided that Lin Piaomiao would stay and see if Qi Rui agreed to go with them. If he agreed, Lin Piaomiao would accompany Night Sorrow. If he didn't agree, there was nothing they could do. As for the danger, they weren't worried. Blood Kirins were auspicious and virtuous beasts. They wouldn't do anything immoral. If they used dirty tricks, it would anger King Yawu. So, some things wouldn't happen. After sending off the Great Demon King and the others, Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao returned to the courtyard. Night Sorrow wiped the Blood Kirin evil-slaying spear. He knew the history of the Blood Kirin tailbone, so he respected it. Blood Kirins are the most special and rare among the divine beasts. Every member is worthy of respect, Lin Piaomiao said. Sister Xian, I understand what you're saying. He'll fight with me in the future, Night Sorrow said. Wan Yong Jiu 4, Mian, small O says and V, you can call me Piaomiao. Why haven't you changed it? Lin Piaomiao asked. There's no need. After I married the two senior sisters, I've always called them senior sisters. They've taken care of me, and other than the feelings between husband and wife, I've always respected them in my heart. Sister Xian, is the same. Isn't that the same? Night Sorrow said. He had never thought of changing the way he addressed Xian, Lin Piaomiao smiled and didn't say anything else. She felt that the Yi family was very harmonious and the relationships between the women were very good. It had something to do with her own heart and also something to do with Night Sorrow's attitude. At that moment, Night Sorrow's aura changed. His robes were filled with energy vortexes, and his aura began to rise. He only stopped when he reached the middle stage of the 5-star Emperor realm. Night Sorrow's main body's epiphany ended. The moment their souls connected, the doppelganger also gained enlightenment. Next, its realm and level reached the same level as the main body. The spacetime heaven and earth grand momentum increased to 55%. Middle stage 5-star Emperor. His understanding of the void of heaven and earth had reached 48%. He had reached the late stage of the 4-star Emperor realm. His destruction attribute had reached 46%. He had reached the middle stage of the 4-star Emperor realm. The epiphany this time allowed all the attributes that Night Sorrow grasped to reach the Imperial Lord level. After circulating the energy in his body and sensing it, Night Sorrow realized that his power of virtue had become much thicker. Night Sorrow, congratulations. Lin Piaomiao's face was filled with joy because Night Sorrow had made a huge leap again. Not bad. However, it'll be difficult to cultivate at such a high speed in the future. It's because my comprehension speed has decreased that my main body exited from the epiphany. Night Sorrow said. That's enough. Take it slow. With time, you won't have any problems reaching the Emperor realm. Lin Piaomiao smiled. Then, the two of them chatted. Night Sorrow comprehended his own situation. Night Sorrow felt that he was very lucky. As his realm increased, his energy also kept up. The main reason was that Yawu Mountain was the head of the human race's dragon of providence. When the energy erupted, it would cause all sorts of phenomena to appear. Opportunities, rare opportunities. They were all opportunities that could only be encountered and not sought. I'm relieved that your strength has increased. This way, in the competition for the number 1 vanguard of the 100 Race Alliance, your opponents will at most be 1 level higher than you. In terms of your actual combat strength, this level is nothing. Lin Piaomiao said. Night Sorrow was also happy. This was because the energy contained in a level 4 Emperor realm and a level 5 Emperor realm was different. With enough energy, one's realm and combat skills could be unleashed. After Night Sorrow and Lin Piamio drank some wine, Night Sorrow went to experience his new realm. The next afternoon, while Night Sorrow was practicing his spear, the Grand Elder and Chirue went to Night Sorrow's courtyard. In just one night, your cultivation increased by more than one level. The Grand Elder looked at Night Sorrow in surprise. Not in one night. My original body ended its enlightenment. Night Sorrow cupped his hands at the Grand Elder and Chirue. My power of merit is also much richer. I'll return to Blood Kirin Mountain later. I'll have to trouble you. Your humanitarian league is pretty good. Chirue said to Night Sorrow. Lord Clan Leader, you're too kind. This is my wife. I wonder if she can accompany me to Blood Kirin Mountain? Night Sorrow asked. Sure, you're very welcome. Then, prepare yourselves. Let me know when you're ready. Chirue nodded. He was a virtuous beast, an auspicious beast. He had a good impression of virtuous people, so he didn't reject Lin Piamiao. Night Sorrow, I already know that Pu Luo helped you find the underworld stone. I'll take a look at it for you. When you return from Blood Kirin Mountain, it'll be almost done. The Grand Elder said. Lord Chirue, we can leave at any time. Night Sorrow thanks Grand Elder. Night Sorrow bowed to the Grand Elder. In the afternoon, Night Sorrow and Lin Piamiao set off with Chirue to the Blood Kirin clan's territory. After a few teleportation circles, they began to fly. The three of them were very fast. In 2 days, the three of them arrived at the foot of a mountain. This is the birthplace of the Blood Kirin clan. It is also the place where the Blood Kirin clan cultivates. However, even though we are a clan, we do not have many members. After saying that, Chirue opened up the great protective array of the Blood Kirin mountain. Then, under Chirue's lead, they continued to fly. Blood Kirin Mountain was a place of auspiciousness. Auspicious clouds floated and all kinds of birds chirped. After a while, the three of them arrived in front of a palace. Then, a group of mother and daughter came out to greet them. Yi Shang, these two are my wife, Lin Xiao, and my daughter, Lin Yun. They are the virtuous merit emperor, Yi Shang and his wife. Chirue introduced them. Chapter 1831. Then, they entered the main hall. Night Sorrow, I have 2 sons and 2 daughters. Lin Yun is the eldest daughter. My second son is not in the Blood Kirin Mountain. My third son is Qi Yi. My other daughter is Lin Yu. After sitting down, Chirue gave a detailed introduction. Lord Patriarch, if there's anything you need me to do, just let me know. Night Sorrow will definitely not be stingy. Night Sorrow cupped his hands towards Chirue and Lin Xiao and nodded towards Lin Yun. Since we're here, we should rest first. Lin Yun, arrange a place for our guest to rest, Qin Rue said to his daughter. Next, under Lin Yun's lead, Night Sorrow's group of 3 arrived before a building on Blood Kirin Mountain. My apologies, my 2 guests. Our Blood Kirin Mountain has never had a guest before. Thus, we do not have a VIP building to receive guests. This is just a loft for you to rest in. Your Highness is too polite. Night Sorrow cupped his hands and said. The patriarch of the Blood Kirin clan was the Blood Kirin king. His children were naturally the princes and princesses. Don't call me that. Actually, I should be the one calling you Lord. Our Blood Scale clan is a virtuous beast clan, but we have yet to reach the virtuous emperor level. However, Lord is already a virtuous emperor. Lin Yun cupped her hands and returned the greeting. Her actions were very magnanimous. After making arrangements for Night Sorrow and Lin Piamiao, Lin Yun returned to the main hall of the Blood Qilin Mountain. When Lin Yun entered the main hall, she realized that the atmosphere wasn't right. Both her parents had sorrowful expressions on their faces. Father, mother, can't even the human emperor of merit and virtue help me? Our blood scale clan only has a few members. No matter what method we use, we have to let our little sister wake up and grow up, Lin Yun said. It was very difficult for the blood Qilin race to continue to exist. Those who were close relatives and those who were ethically incompatible were not allowed to marry. The members of the blood Qilin race would all go to the ordinary Qilin race to find a spouse. It could even be said that even if they found a spouse, they might not be able to have any descendants. However, if there were any descendants, they would definitely be from the blood Qilin race, the royal family of the Qilin race. Qi Rui was from the blood Qilin race, but Lin Xiao was not. Her true form was an ice Qilin. There were very few blood Qirins in existence at the moment, so Qi Rui had been trying to find a way to solve his daughter's problem. This time, he had found a human. It's not about your little sister. It's about your third brother, Qi Yi. Qi Rui sighed and told him about the blood Qirin evil slaying spear. Lin Yun sat down, feeling a little bitter. Father, we don't fight, but the black dragons have colluded with the demon-winged race and have already attacked us. We have a good relationship with the human race, so why don't we join the war? I will consider this matter. The birth of the Merit Emperor of the human clan is different from the past. In addition, don't think about taking back the blood Qilin evil slaying spear. Knight Sorrow values it very much. Qi Rui told them about Knight Sorrow's attitude at that time. The second day after Knight Sorrow and Lin Piamiao arrived, Lin Xiao and Lin Yun went to their resting area and asked if they were used to it. While drinking tea and chatting, Lin Yun stood up. I know that Lord Knight's weapon can't be used by others, but can you hold it for me to take a look? Knight Sorrow understood that Qi Rui should have told his wife and daughter about the blood Qilin evil punishing spear. Knight Sorrow nodded and stood up. He took out the blood Qilin evil punishing spear and handed it to Lin Yun with both hands. Can I hold it? Lin Yun looked at Knight Sorrow and asked in surprise. Of course. Knight Sorrow put the blood Qilin evil punishing spear in Lin Yun's hands. Lin Yun touched the tip of the blood Qilin evil punishing spear and cried. Equals teeth, next time, whether your father is willing or not, I will fight. The demon-winged race must pay the price for hurting Qi Yi. Lin Zhao's face was full of anger. Knight Sorrow didn't say anything. This was an internal matter of the Qilin clan. Lin Xiao wasn't a blood Qilin, so the way he handled the problem was different from Qi Rui and Lin Yun. Seeing that Lin Xiao and Lin Yun were a little emotional, Lin Piamiao made a pot of heart-cleansing tea. When are we going to solve the little princess's problem? Knight Sorrow asked. Soon. My father is making a kind of elixir. Once the elixir is solved, we can start to unblock her meridians. Lin Yun said and handed the blood Qilin evil punishing spear to Lin Xiao. Lin Xiao also wanted to take a look. Lin Xiao took the blood Qilin evil punishing spear and looked at it. You are good at making weapons, but the materials are not good. Since you are going to stay in the blood Qilin mountain for a while, can you leave the spear with me for a few days? I will put it in the holy light pond for a baptism. It will improve a lot. This. Knight Sorrow doesn't dare to trouble you. Knight Sorrow was stunned. I just don't want the blood Qilin evil punishing spear to be damaged in the future. This is what I can do for Qi Yi as his mother. Lin Xiao said. Thank you. Knight Sorrow didn't refuse. After sitting for a while, Lin Xiao and Lin Yun left. There are differences in race, which leads to different personalities. The chief's wife is more violent. Lin Piamiao said. Knight Sorrow nodded. But he understood that people with virtuous bodies and ordinary cultivators saw the world differently. On the fourth day after Knight Sorrow's arrival, Qi Rui came to the loft where Knight Sorrow was staying. How was your rest these few days? Qi Rui looked at Knight Sorrow and asked. I'm just not used to not having the spear with me. Knight Sorrow said with a smile. He was carrying a simple black iron spear on his back. It was very thick and was used to find the right feeling. The Holy Light Pond is the place where the blood Chelan tribe goes through the baptism of the body after birth. Putting the blood Chelan evil punishing spear in there is good for you. Don't worry. Chi Rui said. He had already lectured Lin Xiao about this matter. It was inappropriate and too reckless. The Holy Light Pond was one of the most important core inheritances of the blood Chelan clan. Every member of the blood Chelan clan was born and baptized by the Holy Light Pond. Only then would their talents be outstanding. If a weapon was placed in the Holy Light Pond, there would be more unstable factors. It could even be said that if there were other souls hidden in the Holy Light Pond, there would be some impact. But Chi Rui couldn't stop Lin Xiao in time. Thank you, Lord Chief. Knight Sorrow cupped his hands at Chi Rui. Let's go take a look today. How's my daughter? Chi Rui asked. Okay. Knight Sorrow nodded. Then, under Chi Rui's lead, the three of them went to the main hall of the Blood Chelan Mountain. Lin Xiao and Lin Yun followed them and the group went to the highest point of the Blood Chelan Mountain. Magic Array. Knight Sorrow noticed that there was a magic array here. The magic array gathered rays of golden light and fell on the core of the magic array. At the core of the magic array was a jade platform. On the platform, a girl was sleeping. Knight Sorrow knew that she was the little princess of the Blood Chelan tribe, Lin Yu. She was a member of the Blood Chelan tribe who had not woken up since birth. She was also the target of his help this time. Chapter 1832. Chi Rui cast a spell and opened the door of the 100 Spirits formation. He walked in with them and touched the girl's hand. His eyes were filled with pain and love. Knight Sorrow could feel the sadness and helplessness in Chi Rui's heart. He was also a father. Children were the flesh and blood of parents. If they could exchange their lives for their children's health, they would be willing to do so. What do you need me to do? Knight Sorrow sighed and asked. Use the power of virtue to unblock my daughter's meridians. Although she has a human body, the meridians in her body are different from those of the human race. Originally, she should have the body of a Chelan, but because the spiritual energy of heaven and earth is gathered here, and the human race is the spirit of the 100 races, her body naturally transformed into a human body. What you need to do is to unblock her meridians under the guidance of my soul power. Mainly the meridians that connect her body to her spirit ocean. Chi Rui said. No problem. Knight Sorrow nodded. Translator, Nyoibo Studio Editor, Nyoibo Studio, War Emperor Lin, we are here to save people. You and Lin Yun will be responsible for some security issues. Chi Rui said to his daughter and Lin Piaomiao. Don't worry, clan leader. As long as Piaomiao is here, no one will disturb us. Lin Piaomiao nodded. Lin Xiao, you and I will activate the 100 Spirits formation. We will gather energy and work together with Knight Sorrow to repair Lin Yu's meridians. Chi Rui said to his wife. After dividing the work, Chi Rui opened the formation and allowed Lin Yun and Lin Piaomiao to stand guard outside. Then, he took out 3 cushions. After we start, Knight Sorrow, follow the guidance of my soul power and unblock her meridians. My wife and I will control the formation's energy to nourish her meridians. Chi Rui told Knight Sorrow some details after he sat down. Then, he gave Lin Yu a pill. After everything was ready, Knight Sorrow placed his right hand on Lin Yu's wrist and waited for Chi Rui's guidance. After a while, a red light appeared in Lin Yu's wrist. Knight Sorrow knew that it was Chi Rui's soul power. Knight Sorrow controlled the power of virtue and channeled it into Lin Yu's body. To open up her meridians, he had to start from the wrist. This was the starting point. Lin Yu's meridians were very small and weak. Knight Sorrow carefully circulated his power of virtue because if he was not careful, he would shatter Lin Yu's meridians. That would not be a rescue but a murder. It was very difficult. Lin Yu's meridians could not withstand energy and only the power of virtue could do it. Moreover, the resistance was very strong. This was also the reason why Qi Rui could not do it himself and needed help. Even though he had monstrous strength, his energy was ineffective against Lin Yu's meridians. Knight Sorrow sat cross-legged as he continuously channeled the power of merit into Lin Yu's meridians, clearing them bit by bit. It was very slow. Luckily, it didn't consume much of Knight Sorrow's merit power. As long as the merit power didn't scatter, it wasn't lost. Lin Yu's meridians just absorbed some. 3 days later, Knight Sorrow's power of virtue reached Lin Yu's shoulder, which meant that an arm had been opened up. Next, the meridians in the body were cleared up. The real rescue had only just begun. Knight Sorrow was very calm. He had already closed his mind and felt Qi Rui's power of soul guiding him to carry out the rescue. Time slipped away bit by bit. After a month, all the meridians in Lin Yu's body were cleared up. Of course, only the main meridians were cleared up. Next was the most important part of the rescue. The meridians connected to the spirit ocean were cleared up and repaired. According to Qi Rui, Lin Yu had consciousness. It was just that she couldn't control her body and couldn't wake up. Now that the meridians were repaired, the only thing left was to repair her neck and spirit ocean. Once this step was completed, Lin Yu would wake up. Qi Rui was very careful now. Under the guidance of his power of soul, Knight Sorrow had no problems clearing up Lin Yu's meridians in the past month. This meant that the key to success or failure was his guidance. While controlling the gentle energy of the 100-spirit array to repair Lin Yu's meridians that were cleared up by Knight Sorrow, he carefully guided Knight Sorrow's power of virtue to continue clearing the meridians. At this moment, something happened outside the Blood Qilin Mountain. 2 men in black suddenly appeared. Black dragons, you dare to invade my Blood Qilin Mountain. Do you want to die? Lin Yun's face was filled with anger. If the black dragons didn't attack the Blood Qilin clan, her mother Lin Xiao wouldn't be injured and Lin Yu wouldn't be in a coma. The black dragons were the main culprits. If we want to die, you have to be able to kill us first. Don't you want to kill us? Stop joking. My clan's great elder has already divined the situation of your Blood Qilin Mountain today. Only the 2 of you can be free. That old bull Blood Qilin King and that bitch Lin Xiao are both busy. One of the men in black said. Lin Piaomiao held her long sword. She knew that things were getting troublesome because the black dragons had a premeditated plan. They attacked when the Blood Qilin King, Qi Rui, and Lin Xiao were busy. Lin Yun grabbed Lin Piaomiao's wrist and didn't let her move. Although she was angry, she didn't lose her calm. If you have the ability, then attack. My Blood Qilin clan won't fight. But you black dragons have to pick a fight. Then we'll see. Maybe today will be the day that you black dragons will be sowed the seeds of disaster. Lin Yun said. Longya, break the array. The black-robed man who spoke soared into the air and transformed into a black dragon that was thousands of feet long. The black dragon flipped its body and whipped its tail towards the defensive shield of the Blood Qilin Mountain's protective array. Lin Yun stretched out her arm and a ray of energy rose from the Blood Qilin Mountain. It rushed out along the light red defensive barrier. Following an explosion, the black dragon's tail and the defensive barrier's energy collided, giving off a deafening boom. At this time, the other black dragon called Dragon Cliff, who had transformed into his true form, whipped his tail at the gap after the mountain protecting formation launched its attack, firmly hitting the defensive barrier of the mountain protecting formation. The barrier didn't break, but it shook a few times. Lin Piaomiao knew that the 2 black dragons were both emperor ranks and had powerful fighting strength. If this continued, only an 8-star emperor or middle-class emperor rank Lin Yun wouldn't be able to stop them. The defensive strength of the defensive barrier depended on the controller's strength. Inside the 100-spirit formation, Chi Rui's eyes glowed. He knew that the blood Qilan mountain was under attack and Lin Yun wouldn't be able to hold on for long. They had to race against time. If they were killed before Lin Yu was healed, then everything would be for naught. Chi Rui knew that the opponent had calculated this and attacked at the crucial moment of healing. If they could stop when they were clearing the body, they couldn't stop at the crucial moment of healing the divine sea. Increasing the speed was the only thing Chi Rui could grasp and the only way to resolve this predicament. Chapter 1833. War Emperor Lin, the ones here today are two elders from the Black Dragons, Long Yang and Long Ya. These are two mad dogs. Once the defensive formation is broken, I'll hold them off for a while. Hurry over to the 100 Spirits formation. Lin Yun said to Lin Piaomiao as she controlled the defensive formation. Lin Piaomiao shook her head. However, her impression of the Blood Qilan clan had improved. Lin Yun still asked her to retreat at such a critical moment. This was a display of virtue. However, she couldn't retreat because this involved Night Sorrow. Night Sorrow's attention was focused on treating Lin Yu. If he was disturbed at this moment, the consequences would be severe. If it was light, he would be severely injured. If it was serious, he might even go berserk. Long Yang and Long Ya had a better understanding of the Blood Qilan clan's protective mountain array. They focused on attacking the weak points. The protective mountain array began to shake. Open up a crack. I'll go out and buy some time, Lin Piaomiao said. No, this is too dangerous, Lin Yun said as she controlled the array. I'll hold off one of them first. Only one of them can attack the formation. The formation can hold on for a while longer, Lin Piaomiao said. But I can't explain it to Father and Lord Yi. Lin Yun refused at first. Hurry up, there's not much time left. Lin Piaomiao shouted to Lin Yun. The two black dragons were very strong. Lin Piaomiao estimated that they were members of the black dragons who had passed their emperor's tribulation. However, she had to stand out now. Lin Yun waved her left hand and opened up a gap in the mountain guarding array. Lin Piaomiao rushed out. Long Ya! Kill him! Long Yang shouted at another black dragon as he attacked the mountain guarding array. The situation became a battle between the two sides. Lin Piaomiao and Long Ya began to fight while Long Yang attacked the shaking Blood Qilan mountain's protective array. Chirue was very anxious, but he still steadily guided Night Sorrow's power of merit to Lin Yu's neck meridians and repair her spirit ocean. Both sides were racing against time. Forever free B/T look at 8 small, say MG outside the Blood Qilan mountain's protective array, Lin Piaomiao's domain that was filled with purple light began to fight with Long Ya. The black dragons, Long Ya, who was originally good at fighting head-on, was suppressed by Lin Piaomiao. Lin Piaomiao had the body of Emperor Might. Her domain was supported by the Force domain. It was filled with an unstoppable momentum. Long Ya could not withstand it at all. Can the Grand Mountain Protection Array withstand it? At that moment, Long Yang's massive body swayed and another black dragon appeared. Doppelganger. Long Yang unleashed his clone. His true body and his clone attacked the mountain protecting array formation violently. Long Ya, who couldn't withstand Lin Piaomiao's attacks, also used his doppelganger. While switching between his original body and his doppelganger, he also continuously cooperated with Long Yang to attack the protective mountain array. With an explosion, the Blood Qilan mountain's mountain guarding formation was broken under the combined attack of Long Yang, his clone, and Long Ya. It was not that the Blood Qilan mountain's mountain guarding formation was not good enough. It was because the black dragons had specially studied the mountain guarding formation of the Blood Qilan mountain and knew the weak points. In addition, the 100 Spirits Great Array at the peak of the Blood Qilan mountain had been fully activated. It had absorbed the energy that was supposed to be used for the mountain guarding formation, causing the mountain guarding formation to be broken. After the mountain guarding formation was broken, Chi Rui's body flashed with light. A doppelganger flashed and then came out of the 100 spirits' great array. Since the mountain guarding formation was broken, he had to fight. Even if the doppelganger's battle would affect his original body's state of mind, he had to fight. Chi Rui had just arrived at the battlefield. Before he could attack Long Yang and Long Ye, a middle-aged man wearing a black robe with golden edges and a golden crown appeared. Long Zhe, do you really want the Blood Qilin clan to fight to the death with the black dragons? Chi Rui looked at the middle-aged man wearing the golden crown and asked. Chi Rui, if this king was afraid of the Blood Qilin clan's endless threats, he wouldn't have come today. The black-robed man called Long Zhe by Chi Rui said. He was the king of the black dragons, Long Zhe. Well, since we have already shed all pretense of cordiality, no matter what happens in today's battle, you just have to wait for the black dragons to be attacked by me. I have been defending passively for many years and my vow to not take the initiative to attack others is broken today. In the name of my ancestors, I am willing to accept any punishment. Chi Rui looked up at the sky and said. As soon as Chi Rui's voice fell, a black light appeared in the sky. The black light fell on Chi Rui and enveloped him. When the black light dissipated, a black lightning-shaped mark appeared in between Chi Rui's eyebrows. Fallen Qilin. Chi Rui, are you crazy? Long Zhe was stunned. Ha! Not fighting and not fighting, but it became the capital for others to humiliate the Blood Qilin clan. Today, I gave up my merit body and fell into the darkness to make the black dragons pay the price in blood. Chi Rui pointed at Long Zhe and shouted. Kill! Long Zhe moved. His doppelganger appeared and attacked Chi Rui with his doppelganger. Chi Rui had no choice but to choose the fallen path because he knew that Long Zhe would fight with his doppelganger. If he did not choose the fallen path to increase his combat strength, he would not be able to stop Long Zhe when his original body could not fight. The battle became intense and the battlefield moved towards the 100 spirits formation. Lin Piamiao suppressed Long Ye and kept Long Yang restrained. In the 100 spirits formation, Chi Rui stood up. He had finished guiding Lin Yu. Now, he could only rely on Night Sorrow to save Lin Yu. In order to buy some time, he gave up his merit body. The price was not small. Chi Rui touched Lin Yu's cheek and then came out of the 100 spirits formation. You dare to hurt the honorable guest of the Blood Qilin clan? Die! Chi Rui went to the battlefield and slapped at Long Yang's original body. Lin Piamiao had to restrain Long Ye and Long Yang. She was stabbed in the chest by Long Yang. It was not that Lin Piamiao's combat strength was weak. She was only a doppelganger. Long Yang and Long Ye were fighting with their original bodies and doppelganger. Lin Yun could only restrain one of them. Chi Rui attacked continuously and killed Long Yang's original body and Long Ye's doppelganger. At this time, Long Zhe's original body came to stop Chi Rui. Long Zhe knew that he had lost this time. It was different from what he had expected. Chi Rui had chosen the path of depravity. He was no longer a beast but a fallen sky Qilin. A fallen sky Qilin that controlled the fire of destruction was not something he could stop. After blocking Chi Rui's attack, Long Zhe ordered Long Yang and Long Ye to retreat. He could only leave after the two elders retreated. If he retreated first, the two black dragons would have to stay in Blood Qilin Mountain. After Night Sorrow repaired the damage to Qilin Moon's divine sea and connected it to his meridians, he woke up from his meditative state. As he probed, he saw Lin Piamiao kneeling on one knee on the ground with a long sword in her right hand. In a flash, Night Sorrow rushed out of the 100 spirits formation. However, he was blocked by the 100 spirits formation. My words are law. Activate the array. Yi Shan was furious. The 100 spirits formation was a gentle formation. After being affected by Night Sorrow's power of virtue, it opened a crack. Night Sorrow flashed and landed beside Lin Piamiao. He helped her up. Sister Xian, how are you? Night Sorrow's eyes were filled with worry. I'm fine. It's just that the meridians outside my dantian are broken. I can't use my energy and can't continue fighting. Lin Piaomiao shook her head at Night Sorrow. She could see that Night Sorrow was worried and anxious. Night Sorrow used his right hand as a knife and cut open the meridians on his left wrist. My blood has strong recovery power. Drink a mouthful. Black dragons, today, I, Night Sorrow, swear that as long as I'm alive, you won't have peace. Chapter 1834. Both Qi Rui and his doppelganger joined the battle and Long Zhe was suppressed. Seeing that Qi Rui had abandoned his body of merit and transformed into a fallen sky Qilin, Long Zhe no longer had any desire to win. He just wanted to give the elder of the black dragons a chance to retreat because he had no chance of winning. Qi Rui was too strong now. Long Zhe was only passively defending. It was unrealistic for Qi Rui to defeat Long Zhe in a short period of time. After all, Long Zhe was one of the top experts in the world. After his subordinates retreated safely, Long Zhe also left in a flash. Long Zhe, remember this. I still have other things to do today. I won't chase after you. After I'm done with my business, you black dragons can wait for my revenge. If I don't kill all of you black dragons, you can say that I'm useless. Qi Rui roared at Long Zhe who was retreating. He was furious. The black dragons had provoked them again and again. They had even seriously hurt the Blood Qilin clan. He couldn't tolerate this. Long Zhe who had retreated from the Blood Qilin mountain had a change of expression. Qi Rui's combat strength was outstanding. Now that he had abandoned his body of merit and transformed into a fallen sky Qilin, his combat strength would be even stronger. No one could withstand the black dragons. However, what had happened. Long Zhe could only retreat and think of a countermeasure when he returned. Qi Rui would definitely take revenge. Long Zhe was also afraid of the consequences. Seeing that the black dragons had retreated, Night Sorrow's eyes were filled with anger. Qi Rui was taking advantage of the situation. Night Sorrow took a deep breath and helped Lin Piaomiao up. Sister Xian, are you okay? This doppelganger probably needs to rest for a while. Lin Piaomiao took out a robe and put it on over her damaged skirt. Then, she tied the robe. Night Sorrow, War Emperor Lin, my Blood Qilin clan owes you a big favor. Qi Rui cupped his hands at Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao. Then, he gave Lin Yun a storage ring. After letting Lin Yun take care of Lin Piaomiao and Night Sorrow to rest, Qi Rui entered the 100 Spirits Great Array. Lin Yun sent Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao to their resting loft, but she wasn't in a good mood. Lin Yun took out 2 bottles of pills from her storage ring and passed them to Lin Piaomiao. These are the Unity pills concocted by my father. They have great healing properties. War Emperor Lin, please take them first. I'm also in a hurry to check on my father and sister. Go. There's nothing here, Lin Piaomiao said. Lin Yun cupped her hands towards Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao before leaving. She was very anxious. Sister Xian, how are you? Night Sorrow asked Lin Piaomiao. What's wrong with your blood? His recovery ability is very strong. Now that his tendons and meridians have not worsened, he is already in the recovery stage. Lin Piaomiao looked at Night Sorrow and asked. She did not understand the situation. My body contains the 8 Dragon Cauldrons medicine spirit. My recovery ability is a bit stronger. That Unity pill should be quite effective. Hurry up and take it. Enter the space to speed up your recovery. Seeing that Lin Piaomiao's mental state had recovered a bit, Yishan felt a lot more at ease. Lin Piaomiao entered the spatial treasure to recover. Only Night Sorrow was left in the loft. He was deep in thought. He knew that the Blood-Scale clan and the Black Dragons had reached a point where they would not rest until one of them was dead. The main reason was that the Black Dragons had gone too far. Since the Blood-Scale clan had matters to attend to, Night Sorrow did not disturb them. He sat cross-legged and cultivated. Over the past month, Night Sorrow had not expended much energy. He had used the power of virtue to heal Linyu, but he had not expended much of it. After all, not everyone could absorb the power of virtue. He had only used the power of virtue to help Linyu open up and nourish her meridians. On the third day after the battle, Lin Rui, Lin Xiao and Lin Yun went to Night Sorrow's loft. "How is the little princess?" Night Sorrow asked as he welcomed them into the loft. "Lin Yu is awake. She just needs to rest for a while. Thank you and War King Lin. Without you, Lin Yu would never have been able to wake up again," Lin Rui said as he sat down. "How are you?" Night Sorrow was worried about Lin Rui. "I am fine. I just cannot be the leader of the Blood-Scale clan anymore," Lin Rui said. "I don't understand." Night Sorrow shook his head. "The Scale clan is an auspicious and virtuous beast. The Blood-Scale clan is the leader. That day, it was an emergency. To increase my power, I gave up my merit body and became a fallen scale blood scale. The outside world calls it the fallen sky scale," Lin Rui said. "Is it a big deal?" Night Sorrow asked. "It is not a big deal. I may have lost my merit body, but I have not lost my virtue. I cannot be the leader, but I can be a great elder. If you need anything in the future, come to the Blood-Scale clan and I can help you." Lin Rui smiled and tried to ease the tension. "I didn't prepare enough. The main problem is that the Black Dragon clan is too despicable. This time, they injured my wife. I will not let this matter rest. If my cultivation base is not high enough, then I will raise my cultivation base. They will have to pay the price." Killing intent appeared on Yishang's face. "I will not let this go, either. They wanted to kill my little daughter. I cannot live under the same sky as them. They hurt an important guest of the Blood-Scale clan. If I do not give them an explanation, I will not be able to face the Grand Elder of the human race. The Blood-Scale clan will not be able to face the world," Lin Rui said. "It is nothing. The Blood-Scale clan and the human race are good friends. As a human, I can do something for the Blood-Scale clan." "This is nothing," Night Sorrow said. "Then let's not talk about this first. How is War Emperor Lin now?" Lin Rui asked. "He has entered the time acceleration treasure to recover. I do not know the details." Night Sorrow shook his head. Lin Rui told Night Sorrow to inform him immediately if there was any news about Lin Piaomiao. Then, he left the pavilion with his wife and daughter. He still had some things to deal with. 7 days later, Lin Piaomiao came out of seclusion. She used 10 days in the real world to recover in the space acceleration treasure, which was equivalent to more than a year's time. This was because her treasure, the glazed pagoda, sped up time by 40 times. "Sister Xian Air, how is your recovery?" Night Sorrow asked worriedly when he saw Lin Piaomiao coming out of seclusion. Lin Piaomiao saw Night Sorrow's anxious expression and quickly held Night Sorrow's hand and said, "I have completely recovered. There is not even a scar left. So don't worry." "That's good. I was worried sick." Night Sorrow heaved a sigh of relief. If anything happened to Lin Piaomiao, he would never forgive himself. He was the one who asked Lin Piaomiao to come with him. "How is Lin Yu now? Has she woken up?" Lin Piaomiao asked Night Sorrow after sitting down. "She has woken up. But Patriarch Lin Rui said that she needs to rest for a period of time." Night Sorrow said while making tea. "Well, that means that the hard work was not in vain. This is a good thing." Night Sorrow nodded. #ForeverFreeKF reading novels. Just as the two of them were about to leave the pavilion for the main hall of the Blood Scale Mountain, Lin Rui brought Lin Yun over. Chapter 1835. War Emperor Lin, I'm sorry that the Blood Qilan clan has not been a good host. Chirui cupped his hands at Lin Piaomiao. He knew that if it wasn't for Lin Piaomiao's desperate efforts to stop the Black Dragons, he wouldn't have had the time to guide Knight Sorrow to complete the treatment of Lin Yu. You're too kind, Lord Clan Leader. It's nothing. Lin Piaomiao shook her head. Clan Leader. I'm no longer the clan leader of the Blood Qilan clan. After some consideration, I've decided to pass the position of clan leader to Lin Yun. Chirui said. Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao also congratulated Lin Yun. They knew that Lin Yun didn't want the congratulations as it meant a lot to the Blood Qilan clan. Chirui giving up his body of merit was a painful thing for Lin Yun. Lin Yun returned the Blood Qilan evil slayer that had been baptized by the Holy Light pawn to Knight Sorrow. As Knight Sorrow had to prepare for the battle as the first vanguard of the 100-tribe alliance, he didn't stay in the Blood Qilan mountain for too long. After a few days, he left the Blood Qilan mountain with Lin Piaomiao. Worried about Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao's safety, Chirui sent them back to the Heavenly Desolate City. The Grand Elder of the Heavenly Desolate City was shocked to see Chirui with a black lightning mark between his eyebrows. It's nothing. I just gave up my body of merit and didn't become a demon. I'm still your old friend, Chirui. Chirui said as he looked at the shocked Grand Elder. Senior, please continue your chat with the Grand Elder. I'll leave with my wife first. Knight Sorrow saw that Chirui and the Grand Elder had something to talk about and was about to leave. All right. You two go and rest. The Grand Elder nodded at Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao. Knight Sorrow, War Emperor Lin, you know the way to the Blood Qilan mountain. The Blood Qilan mountain welcomes you too. You will forever be honored guests of the Blood Qilan clan. Chirui nodded at Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao who were about to leave. It could be considered a promise to them. Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao returned to the courtyard after cupping their fists at Chirui again. In the courtyard hall, Pu Luo and the Great Demon King were chatting. The two of you have been gone for almost 2 months. Was the Blood Qilan mountain fun? I only know that the Blood Qilan mountain is an auspicious place, but I don't have the opportunity to enter it, Pu Luo said. Is it fun? I almost lost my life. Lin Piaomiao said after sitting down. This was the first time she had suffered such a serious injury. What's the situation? They were not friendly. The Humanitarian League can't take this lying down. The Demon King was dissatisfied. No, the Blood Qilan mountain was attacked. Lin Piaomiao explained the situation. The Black Dragon clan is really despicable. Even snakes know that they have to cultivate steadily. The Black Dragon clan is really despicable. They keep fighting this and that. They even shamelessly get addicted to sneak attacks. The Great Demon King cursed. That's right. Over the years, the Black Dragons had attacked the 100 Races Alliance many times. They had attacked the human race's Tianhuang city. Some time ago, they came to investigate. This time, they attacked the Blood Qilan mountain again. They were very annoying. In the future, kill any member of the Black Dragons you see. No wonder the human race's elders were so ruthless to us. The Black Dragons are really despicable. Knight Sorrow was still angry. Luckily, Chirui had intervened in time. Otherwise, Lin Piaomiao's clone would have died. However, at this moment, he remembered the dragon language. We will remember this. If we have the chance, we will kill them. The Great Demon King said. Although the 7 founders of the Humanitarian League did not have much interaction with each other, they respected each other very much. The Great Demon King and Pu Luo were very unhappy that something like this had happened. By the way, the work you asked us to do for you is done. The Grand Elder knew that you wanted the underworld stones and found 2 in the Tianhuang city. I found 1 in the warehouse of the Puluo mountain. Pu Luo took out 3 underworld stones and handed them to Night Sorrow. I didn't do it for nothing. I also got 2 pieces. I reckon that all the stock in the human race world has been brought here. The great demon king took out 2 underworld stones. 5 pieces. In addition to the original piece, I have 6 pieces. That's enough. There are still 3 months before the competition for the number 1 vanguard of the 100 Races Alliance. There's not enough time. I'll go cultivate after the competition, Yishan said. Elder Lin, we might have to fight this time. The conditions for the 100 Races Alliance's first commander have been released. We can participate. The great demon king said with a smile. I won't participate this time. With you around, the first commander will also stay in the human race. Lin Piaomiao said. Are you going easy on me? The great demon king put down his teacup and said with some dissatisfaction. I'm not going easy on you. I'm not injured. Although I'm fine now, I still need to recuperate. The main point is that I feel that our humanitarian league cannot allow our own people to take action against each other. No matter how big the conflict of interest is, we can't set this precedent. Lin Piaomiao said. Top of chapter, that makes sense. This demon king is being petty. Deal. Let's not talk about favors. In the future, when we meet the black dragons, this demon king will kill them and drag them back to eat with wine. I will call Elder Lin. The great demon king cupped his hands at Lin Piaomiao. Night Sorrow, your spear seems different. Pu Luo looked at the spear on Night Sorrow's back and said. It is different. After being baptized in the holy light pond of the Blood Qilin clan, it is now the virtuous spear. It suits me very well. Night Sorrow said with a smile. Night Sorrow's Blood Qilin evil-slaying spear had been baptized in the holy light pond of the Blood Qilin clan for a month and completed its evolution. It had absorbed some energy from the holy light pond, and the Blood Qilin tailbone had also absorbed some merit power. This spear is powerful. It's a good weapon. You have to give it to your main body. Pu Luo said. Cultivators would usually equip their main body with their best weapons and armor because the main body was the most important. It had to maintain the highest combat power. The death of the main body and the death of the clone were completely different. There's really no need for that. My main body's weapon is not bad either. Night Sorrow said with a smile. I didn't notice anything different about your main body's weapon? Pu Luo asked. That is the Origin Divine Spear. The tip of the spear is made of reincarnation stone. After being nourished by the origin of 2 worlds, the effect is still very good. The main thing is that the spear has been with me since I was hunting in the past. In other words, before I started cultivating, the spear has been with me. It has a perfect compatibility, Night Sorrow said. The Origin Divine Spear is also more powerful. It seems that you have your own considerations. Then get ready. If the 100 Races Alliance's first vanguard and first commander are both in our humanitarian league, then our humanitarian league will become famous. Pu Luo was more excited. Great Demon King, can you do it? Night Sorrow looked at the Great Demon King and asked with a smile. What are you asking? When have I ever failed? Can you do it? The Great Demon King retorted, his eyes landing on Lin Piaomiao. Chapter 1836. Ha! You don't have the final say. Only Sect Elder Lin has the final say. The Great Demon King acted as if he didn't see everyone's disdain. Everyone understood what the Great Demon King meant. Would this work? He was referring to the relationship between a man and a woman. Equals original. T/A equals original. Lin Piaomiao looked at the great demon king and spat out 2 words, shameless. The great demon king laughed, shameless. Why don't I feel that you guys are the ones doing shameless things? You guys are going off topic while chatting. Let's stop joking. If the first commander and first vanguard are both in our humanitarian league, then our humanitarian league's fame will greatly increase. Pu Luo said. Knight Sorrow took a deep breath. I can only do my best to keep this first vanguard in our human race. Knight Sorrow is fine. This demon king will also be fine. The great demon king said. Pu Luo and Lin Piaomiao both nodded. They naturally had a measure of strength in their hearts. In the last 100 Race Alliance conference, Lin Piaomiao obtained the first commander position. At that time, she was a middle-class emperor rank. Of course, she had the strength to fight above her rank. Back then, she couldn't be compared to now. Now, she surpassed peak emperor rank and became a cultivator that passed 6 calamities. The great demon king was on par with her. Therefore, there was no suspense in the competition for the first commander position. After staying in Desolate City for 2 days and sending Qi Rui off, Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao left Desolate City and went to Yawo Mountain first. Yishang gave the yellow spring stone to his main body and merged it with his main body. The 100 Race Alliance conference was about to begin. Therefore, Knight Sorrow planned to leave Yawo Mountain for a period of time. King Yawo agreed to this. In addition, a few days ago, Knight Sorrow's main body told King Yawo everything that happened on Blood Kirin Mountain. You too, be careful. You're the best among the young generation, but there are many experts in the older generation. Piaomiao, you've seen it too. The black dragons are indeed very strong, said King Yawu. Yes, that black dragon King Longzhe is very domineering. If he wanted to kill me, even if my original body and doppelganger were to stay together, we wouldn't be able to hold on for long. Lin Piaomiao nodded. He's a cultivator who's gone through a few imperial tests, so he's not someone who hasn't gone through an imperial test can stop. However, there's still a big gap between him and Qi Rui. This time, he caught Qi Rui trying to save his daughter, so he didn't have time to spare. Instead, he made a big mistake. Qi Rui won't let them go. The Blood Kylan King in the past and the Fallen Sky Kylan now are completely different, said King Yawu. So, if the black dragons can't withstand Qi Rui's revenge, they'll be in danger of being destroyed, asked Lin Piaomiao. It's not that simple. Longzhe hasn't been the Black Dragon King for a long time. The most powerful one was the previous Black Dragon King, Long Tianyuan. Long Tianyuan had a battle with the city lord of Tianhuang City. After he was injured, he gave up the position of the Black Dragon King. Longzhe is his successor. Qi Rui is very strong, and he'll be even stronger after transforming into a fallen sky Kylan. He can suppress any of the black dragons, but he can't kill them all by himself. However, this is a potential threat to the black dragons. The black dragons can't follow Qi Rui all the time. If they don't, Qi Rui can kill them whenever he wants. It's a headache for anyone, explained King Yawu to Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao. The black dragons forced Qi Rui to give up his virtuous body and become a fallen sky Kylan. It's a pity, said Knight Sorrow. However, he couldn't stop this from happening. There's nothing to be sorry about. Fallen Sky Kylan is the glory of the Qilin clan. The Fallen Sky Kylan that appeared in history were all very strong. Not only would they not be despised by the Qilin clan, they would also be respected. This is because no member of the Qilin clan would be willing to give up their virtuous achievements to become a Fallen Sky Kylan. Once a Fallen Sky Kylan appears, it will automatically become the supreme of the Qilin clan, explained King Yawu to Knight Sorrow. It's very complicated. However, the defense and strength of the Blood Kylan Mountain are indeed a little weak. If the black dragons attack with all their strength, can they stop it? Asked Knight Sorrow. You're thinking too much. This is an unexpected situation. In order to save his daughter, Chi-Rui didn't control the protective formation himself. Even if his wife controlled it, it wouldn't be that easy to break it. According to the analysis of the situation at that time, if Chi-Rui's wife, Lin Xiao, could take action, she would only need to hold Long Zhe back for a moment. Would the other black dragons have a chance to survive? Moreover, if the battle was in a stalemate for a while, the Fire Kylan clan and the Black Kylan clan would come to support. Then, the battle would be over. King Yawu explained to Night Sorrow. It wasn't that the Blood Kylan mountain wasn't strong enough. It was just that the situation this time was beyond everyone's expectations. After thinking for a while, Night Sorrow understood the reason behind it. Alright, go back and accompany your family for a while. Then, go to the 100 Clan Alliance conference. Remember, stand up straight. No matter what, you're not inferior to anyone. You're also not inferior to anyone in terms of background. Don't worry about this and do it boldly, said King Yawu to Night Sorrow. Thank you, Uncle Master. I understand. Night Sorrow nodded. He knew that King Yawu was worried that he would feel that he was of low birth and that he was inferior to others. If he didn't speak up, he wouldn't have the confidence to do things. Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao went down the mountain. Uncle Master is worried that you don't have the confidence. What are you afraid of? Lin Piaomiao looked at Night Sorrow and said with a smile. Night Sorrow didn't say anything because Lin Piaomiao was right. He would do what he thought was right. He would never be afraid because of his background. Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao first went to the ethereal imperial city to stay for a day before returning to the 9-domain world. Apart from accompanying his family, Night Sorrow cultivated his spear skills. The number 1 vanguard of the 100 Clan Alliance wasn't a battle between individuals. It was a battle between clans and destiny. He had to work hard. Besides, he also hoped to see his brothers and sisters at the 100 Clan Alliance conference. The heavenly desolate city gradually became lively because the leaders of the various clans had arrived with the young talents of their clans. Why was the human clan the leader of the 100 Clan Alliance? Because the human clan was currently the strongest. Not only did they have 2 almighties, but they were also outstanding among the younger generation. The number 1 commander was from the human clan and the number 1 vanguard was also from the human clan. This gave the human clan the absolute right to speak. Chi-Rui came with his 2 daughters. The Blood Chilan clan wasn't here to participate in the competition. They were here to observe the conference and also to cheer for Night Sorrow. Clan leader Chi-Rui, you haven't shown up for so many conferences in the past. Why are you here this time? Are your clansmen participating? An old man came to Chi-Rui's residence in the VIP building. I'm no longer the clan leader of the Blood Chilan clan. I'm not here to let my clansmen compete for the number 1 vanguard and the number 1 commander. I'm here to cheer for a little guy. This is what I, Chi-Rui, have agreed to, Chi-Rui said. Chapter 1837. Clan leader Lingxi, there's no need to be shocked. Something just happened and I made a different choice, Chi-Rui said. Sigh. The gray-robed elder with a single horn sighed. He knew that something must have happened to the Blood Chilan clan. Otherwise, Chi-Rui would not have made such a choice. After chatting for a while, Chi-Rui told clan leader Lingxi about what happened a few days ago. Damn it, the black dragons are going to turn the world upside down. We have to contain and attack them. Otherwise, things like this will continue. We don't know how many times it will happen. They are too unscrupulous now, clan leader Lingxi said angrily. After the 100 Race Alliance conference ends, I will settle the score with them, Chi-Rui said. His mentality was different from before. In the past, Chi-Rui had a peaceful aura. Everything was for peace. After giving up on merit, he wanted to stop killing with killing. At that moment, on an island, a middle-aged man in a golden robe stood with his hands behind his back. He looked up at the sky. A golden dragon was flying in the sky. Golden energy claws slapped the ground. A moment later, the golden dragon turned into a young man. "This dragon traversing 9 heavens is a little too difficult," the young man said. "Idiot, there is no one in the Golden Dragon clan who can't use the dragon traversing 9 heavens after cultivating to the Imperial Emperor realm. Why is it so difficult for you?" the golden-robed middle-aged man said. "I'll update Kane knew you most plus fast on 6N, I don't want to learn it," the young man said softly. "There is still a month in the outside world before the 100 Race Alliance conference. This time, the Golden Dragon clan will be participating. Time here is accelerated 100 times. In other words, you have 8 years. If you can't master the dragon traversing 9 heavens in 8 years, don't expect to leave. Just stay here and calm down," the golden-robed middle-aged man said. "Uncle, I have already received the inheritance and cultivated to the Imperial Emperor realm. I feel very good. Let your son or daughter go to the 100 Race Alliance conference," the young man said. This young man was none other than Long Jin, who had been taken away by the Golden Dragon King. "Paw!" The golden-robed man flashed and slapped the back of Long Jin's head, causing Long Jin to stagger. "You know that this is the pain in this king's heart, yet you still dare to pour salt on the wound. Your parents ran away, your cousins ran away. This king couldn't be bothered to catch them. Now, he's using you as a scapegoat. You have to do it whether you want to or not. Because this king has decided to enforce the family law, starting with you. Why me? In the past, I lived well. I had brothers, wine to drink, and fights to fight. Uncle, why didn't you go and catch others? Why did you catch me?" Long Jin was unconvinced. "Does this king need you to teach him how to do things? Just 8 years. If you can master the dragon traversing 9 heavens in 8 years, then nothing will happen. If you want to go out and play, then go out and play. If you can't, you know what I mean. I'll lock you up for a few million first, and then we'll talk about it later. This king probably won't care about you, because other than the 2 of us, the rest of the Golden Dragon clan are living very freely." The golden-robed middle-aged man flashed and disappeared. "This is an unlucky guy. He's going to be the scapegoat." Long Jin understood. Now, the Golden Dragon clan was being carried by the Golden Dragon King himself. The other members had all run away. The Golden Dragon King had caught him to be the scapegoat. "Paw!" Another slap came out of nowhere, causing Long Jin to stumble back a few steps. "You're right. You're the scapegoat. But no one dares to say that this king is an unlucky guy." People had to lower their heads under someone else's roof. Long Jin felt that it was better to master the dragon traversing 9 heavens first. When he could go out, he would be a dragon swimming in the sea. In fact, Long Jin wasn't the only unlucky guy. Tianyu was also living in an abyss of suffering. They were all seedlings that the clan had high hopes for. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been thrown into the 9-domain world. They were brought back to the clan and naturally received the most rigorous training. Other than that, the Green Rock clan was also having a headache because the Xianluan clan would come and cause trouble for them. Tianyu's memory was partially correct. He was the child of the Green Rock clan's prince and Xianluan clan's princess. His parents had already disappeared and eloped. It was his great ancestor, old ancestor Green Rock, who brought him back. The Green Rock clan and Xianluan clan had a good relationship. Now that there was a conflict, they couldn't really kill each other. Everyone wanted a child with the bloodline of the Green Rock clan and Xianluan clan. If the Xianluan clan wanted someone, the Green Rock clan naturally wouldn't give it to them. Tianyu was strictly taught a lesson. He cultivated according to old ancestor Green Rock's plan. But in terms of living, he was the little ancestor of the Green Rock clan, the crown prince. Tianyu was angry that he was snatched back. Outside of cultivation, he scolded whoever he caught. Those who were scolded couldn't make a sound, even if their seniority was higher. This was because old ancestor Green Rock liked Tianyu too much. Those who were scolded or had shoes thrown at them would be scolded a second time if they dared to complain to old ancestor Green Rock. In old ancestor Green Rock's words, why didn't he scold others? If he scolded you, it was either because you were ugly or because you did things that others disliked. There was no reason to speak of. Tianyu, who had awakened his bloodline talent in the clan, was already an early-stage sovereign emperor. His battle strength had also increased by leaps and bounds. He had also cultivated many of the Green Rock clan's ultimate techniques. Old ancestor Green Rock had said that as long as they didn't kill anyone, they didn't have to care about anything else. It didn't matter if they tore down houses or even set them on fire. Now that he was in the Green Rock clan, he had to let them vent and balance out their emotions. At the same time, he asked the Green Rock clan leader, who was the current Green Rock king and Tianyu's grandfather, to take Tianyu to lie low. The choice to lie low was to go to the 100 Races Alliance conference. If you find it boring, let's go out for a walk. Let's go to the 100 Races Alliance conference. You can also participate. Although you have just become a sovereign emperor, peak sovereign emperors might not be able to defeat you, the Green Rock clan leader said to Tianyu. The other opponents are fine. But if my 13th brother participates, even if he hasn't become a sovereign emperor, I definitely won't be able to defeat him, Tianyu said. Your 13th brother. The Green Rock clan leader was stunned. It's the Knight Sorrow who has always nurtured me and supported me. He's my 13th brother, Tianyu said. Knight Sorrow, this young man is now famous. He's a mighty lord of the human race and the leader of the Humanitarian League. He single-handedly defeated 5 sovereign emperors of the demon-winged clan. It's just that his cultivation is a little low. If he were a 6-star emperor and a peak sovereign emperor, he would be the first vanguard of the 100 Races Alliance. However, the human race's talent is still a little lacking. They can't be compared to the Divine Beast clan, said the Green Rock clan leader. Don't look at my 13th brother like an ordinary person. You'll be slapped in the face. As for the competition for the first vanguard of the 100 Races Alliance, my 13th brother will definitely participate. That's good too. When the time comes, I'll test the gap between us. Even if there's a gap, I believe it shouldn't be a problem for us to fight side by side, Tianyu said. His motivation for cultivation was to fight side by side with Knight Sorrow. Chapter 1838. Then let's set off. I wonder how long Jean is doing and if we can meet this time, Tianyu muttered. The members of the god-slaying team had a very good relationship. Who is Long Jean? The Green Rock clan leader asked. Grandfather, you might not know, but there are a few people in our team who are in the same situation as me. Long Jean has the bloodline of dragons. He was taken away before me. There's also Yi Mei, who is very close to me. She has the bloodline of a 9-tailed fox. Someone will probably take her away. 13th brother won't stop us. He cares about us and won't stand in our way. The premise is that we're willing, Tianyu said. After you go, introduce him to me. Your 13th brother is the virtuous emperor of the human race. Give him time and his future is limitless. Our Green Rock clan took you back without informing you. That's also our fault, the Green Rock clan leader said. Knight Sorrow worked hard to cultivate his spear techniques every day. He wanted to form memories of his spear techniques and cultivate them into instincts. As long as he attacked, it would be a spear technique with soul and intent. After cultivating his spear techniques for a while, Knight Sorrow went to the side of the training ground. His wives were there. I still lack time. If I have time to cultivate the death attribute and improve my domain, I'll be more confident. Night Sorrow drank a mouthful of water. Give others a chance. If you form a domain with 2 supreme attributes and 3 advanced attributes, how can the other imperial emperors fight you? They'll be suppressed by your domain, Lin Piaomiao said with a smile. That's true. I have to give others a chance. However, I must get the opportunity to enter the Heaven Wasteland Tower. Opportunities don't come around all the time. If there's an opportunity, I have to grab it, Night Sorrow said. Lin Piaomiao and the others nodded. They naturally understood this. The 100 Races Alliance conference was only held once in a long time. Sometimes, it would be 2 billion years. The shortest time was 1 billion years. In other words, such an opportunity only came once in 1 billion years. Night Sorrow wasn't in a hurry. The great demon king had said that when the time was right, he would come to the ethereal dynasty's Night Moon Villa to look for him. Datura's clone was there, so he would be the first to know if there was any news. While practicing his spear arts, Night Sorrow also fully practiced his movement techniques and soul attacks. He wanted his combat standards to catch up with his current realm. After a month, Night Sorrow had raised his combat level to the same level as his cultivation realm. In addition, he had also cultivated a crescent blade of the soul extinguishing slash. In other words, his main body or his clone could use 3 crescent blades of the soul extinguishing slash. As for spatial rend, Night Sorrow had also strengthened it. With the help of the time attribute, spatial rend's cutting ability had become even more tyrannical. The celestial realm's spatial barrier was tough. It was unrealistic to completely cut through it. However, the power of space and time attributes' cutting ability was shocking. In addition, it had the effect of blocking and sealing. If the opponent's main body and avatar were to fight together, his spatial rend could cut through and block them. Then, the main body and avatar would attack one of them with all their strength. It would be much easier to win. A sword's edge has to be honed. Everyone knows that Night Sorrow's ability to fight above his level is very strong. However, who has seen Night Sorrow's hard work? Lin Piaomiao lamented. This was because Night Sorrow was the most hard-working cultivator she had ever seen. He's not tired. He doesn't seem tired at all, Aoi said. A normal cultivator would be frustrated and tired of cultivating like this. There's nothing to be tired of. Cultivation has its own fun, Night Sorrow said as he sat down after finishing his cultivation. I'm impressed, Yang Lei muttered. The area of the Sky City's lake has expanded a lot. Our small pleasure boat can't keep up with the pace. Find someone to build a large one. In the future, our whole family can go to the lake to enjoy the scenery, Night Sorrow said. That's fine. Godfather, bring a few craftsmen to do it, Father Goose said after trimming the flowers with a pair of large scissors. Sure. Let's see how creative you are, Father, Night Sorrow said with a smile. Life at home was the most comfortable. There was nothing to worry about. However, there were still some roads that needed to be explored. After staying for a month, Night Sorrow had to leave. Originally, Night Sorrow wanted to bring his wives and children to broaden their horizons. However, considering that there would be a lot of people going to the Sky City this time, it would be very chaotic. His family would have to bear some unnecessary risks. Therefore, he decided not to bring them. Father, little Luo, big brother, and big sister have seen the memory crystal ball of you killing the 5 demon-winged emperors. That battle allowed us to see another side of you, Father. We realized that we didn't understand you at all. In front of us, you were always the most benevolent side. Some hardships, some tribulations, we have to bear slowly. We don't have the strength to participate in your world at the moment. However, we want to understand. Please bring back the memory crystal ball of the battle. Yi Xiaoluo bowed to Night Sorrow. Night Sorrow reached out to help his son up. My world has nothing to do with you. Don't think too much. Father's greatest wish is for you to grow up happily. Auntie will bring it back for you to see your father's glory, Lin Piaomiao said with a smile. Thank you, Auntie Piaomiao. Yi Xiaoluo and the rest bowed to Lin Piaomiao. Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao left. He didn't have to worry about the family as they had enough resources. As for the Star Moon Lake and the Yi family's business in the celestial realm, Datura would take care of it. However, Datura only took care of some important matters and spent most of her time cultivating. Datura had her cultivation advantage. Her original body was a Datura flower created by the heaven and earth bell spirit Qi. Her original body was the main stem of the flower while her clone was the branches. Her clone had the abilities of her original body. Her original body could comprehend the heaven and earth will, so could her clone. This was her unique talent. Her cultivation speed was twice as fast as others. Back then, she told Night Sorrow that as long as Night Sorrow could do it, it would be equivalent to having 2 wives. However, Night Sorrow didn't do so. Night Sorrow and Lin Piaomiao first went to take a look at the territory of their respective factions before heading to the Night Moon Villa in Divine Capital. The Great Demon King, Pu Luo, Ruiz, and Yu Zhu were all there. The few of them sat around a table of food and drinks. You guys are invincible too. Don't you look like emperors at all? Night Sorrow asked. Look at Section E, Section Z, Part 1 inch. So what if we look like this? We are the Humanitarian League. What if we become emperors in the future? You still dare to say that we don't want to come back after returning to the Land of Warmth? There are still 3 days until the 100 Race Alliance Conference, Pu Luo said to Night Sorrow. Really, the Land of Warmth almost became a hero's grave, Yu Zhu said to Night Sorrow. That won't happen. Where's my senior brother? Night Sorrow asked. He's the commander of Divine Capital. There's a huge commotion in Divine Capital this time, so he brought his men to Heavenly Desolate City first. Pu Luo explained the situation to Night Sorrow. Chapter 1839. No, we can set up the table anytime, and we have a clear division of labor. Yu Zhu and Ruiz are in charge of the dishes. Pu Luo and I are in charge of the wine. If you need it, just shout and the table will be set up immediately, the Demon King stood up and said. Night Sorrow glanced at them and walked toward the teleportation portal without saying anything. He knew that these people from the Humanitarian League were invincible, not only in terms of combat power, but also in every aspect. Translator, Endless Fantasy Translation Editor, Endless Fantasy Translation. Taking the teleportation portal, they arrived at Night Sorrow's villa. In the Heavenly Desolate City, Yishang's courtyard was the worst among them. Because the others were all elders of the human race and had high status in the Heavenly Desolate City, Yishang was the only one who was a small fry. It was already good enough that he had a place to stay, and this was under special treatment. However, the Demon King and the others liked to hang out at Night Sorrow's place. The more people there were, the more lively it was. They all got along well. Pu Luo, our Humanitarian League is a top force now. Don't you think it's too shabby for our leader to live in such a villa? You're the elder of the law enforcement clan. Can't you play with your privileges and arrange a better place? The Demon King said. Why not? I can do this. I've always felt that it wasn't necessary because if Yishang became the first vanguard, the elders would definitely arrange a good place for Yishang. If it wasn't good, we wouldn't want it. Night Sorrow, when they arrange a place for you, don't reject them directly if you don't like it. Just tell them that it's far worse than your place in Divine Capital and Ethereal Imperial City. You can go back to Divine Capital and see how they arrange it, Pu Luo said after thinking for a while. That's too bad. The elders of the elders are all very prideful. If the first vanguard of the 100 Races Alliance doesn't want to live in Tianhuang City, where will they put their faces? Pu Luo, you can do that. This is a slap to your own face, Yu Zhu said with a smile. It doesn't matter. I never care about this. What's the point of competing with them? Humanitarian League. We need the Humanitarian League's face now. Pu Luo took a sip of tea and looked at Yu Zhu as if she didn't understand him at all. Deal. We'll do as you say, Pu Luo. Knight Sorrow nodded. He understood now. Pu Luo, who looked very honest and sunny, was also full of evil tricks. Pu Luo, you really are a bastard. At this time, Lu Qi appeared in the hall of the courtyard. Seventh Elder is here, please take a seat. Knight Sorrow pulled out a chair. He and the others were very surprised, they did not expect Lu Qi to come. Seventh Patriarch, I, Pu Luo, respect you, but don't talk nonsense. Who isn't a good person? Pu Luo slapped the table and said. Fine, I'll take it that I was wrong. You were able to scheme against a group of us elders. That's your ability. You're a thing. Lu Qi sat down. Pu Luo pointed at Lu Qi, but he didn't say anything because he couldn't refute. Was everything wrong? Seventh Clan Elder, what's the matter? Lin Piamiao asked. She was now the successor of the law enforcement clan elder. She was supposed to follow Lu Qi to handle the matters of the clan elder council. Their relationship was also the most harmonious. It's just a small matter. Knight Sorrow wants to participate in the competition for the 100 Races Alliance's first vanguard. But have you arranged for him to be recommended? Pu Luo, are you blaming me for scolding you? Don't you know that the competitors for the 100 Races Alliance's first vanguard and first commander need the recommendation of the clan elder council? Which one of you arranged this? Lu Qi glared at Pu Luo and the others. Pu Luo glared at Lu Qi. He opened his mouth but could not say anything because Lu Qi blocked his way. He felt that Knight Sorrow was requested by the Grand Elder to participate in this 100 Races Alliance conference, so he did not need to worry about it. Therefore, he did not think about it. Just wait to be scolded. The Grand Elder wanted Knight Sorrow to represent Tianhuang City, but what happened? No one arranged it, and in the end, he needed the City Lord's recommendation. Do you understand what this means? Lu Qi took out a letter with the words God's capital written on it. I'm going to faint. What's going on? Yu Zhu said in surprise. Not only her, but the others were also stunned. Yes, that's the situation. The City Lord of the Godly Capital, King Yewu's recommendation. Who can go against this? No one in the Heavenly Desolate City will do that. So, this matter is settled. Just wait and see if you will be scolded or not. Lu Qi pushed the letter in front of Yishang. Brother, we've known each other for a long time. How many years has it been? Can't you remind us about this? You want us to jump into a trap? Pu Luo's eyes were about to burst into flames. He did not want to be scolded for no reason. Tell you. Not only do I have a status in Tianhuang City, but I'm also the law-enforcing elder of God's capital. What do you want me to say? The main point is that you've been too arrogant recently. You've been tricking people. Now I'll let you have a try. I think it's not bad. Lu Qi stood up, nodded at Knight Sorrow, and left. When he walked out of the hall, he turned back and smiled meaningfully at Pu Luo. He was so happy that he did not even call himself this lord anymore. He's been tricked. This is a big trap. Why does he look like he has a deep grudge against us? I get it. He can't bear to see us having a good time. He's envious and jealous. That's right, he's envious and jealous. Pu Luo took out his golden brick and threw it at Lu Qi's disappearing figure, but it did not fly out. Pu Luo, we're your followers. You do as you see fit. Yu Zhu, didn't you say you needed my help with something? I have time now. Let's go. Rui looked at Yu Zhu and said. I need your help. Are you kidding me? That's true. Let's go. Yu Zhu, who was glaring at Rui, changed her words when she saw Rui winking at her. The two of them left immediately. Animals. You two have no loyalty and no humanity. Pu Luo scolded and looked at the great demon king and Lin Piao. Don't look at us. Your demon king and Grandmaster Lin are new grandmasters. We don't know the rules at all. Don't you agree, Grandmaster Lin? The big demon king looked at Lin Piao and raised his chin. Elder Lin, don't say anything. Leave some light in my heart. Let me feel that the world is still beautiful. I'll take responsibility for this. But I have to say, Great Demon King, you're really something. The golden brick that Pu Luo was about to throw at Lu Qi flew into the Great Demon King's arms. Pu Luo left. He had to talk to the Grand Elder about this. Really? You don't even want your food anymore. The Great Demon King looked at the golden brick in his arms and said. Give it to me. Pu Luo came back with his golden brick and left again. Great Demon King, isn't this a little unkind? Lin Piao felt bad. We're all joking. Do you know who the Grand Elder is? The interests of the human race are paramount. Why would we blame him? We're just playing around. Pu Luo knows that better than anyone. The Great Demon King said. If he's angry, his eyebrows will stand up. If he doesn't, then we can play around. Rui and Yu Zhu came back. Chapter 1840. Night Sorrow quickened his pace and exited the courtyard. Outside the courtyard stood an old man and a young man. Night Sorrow's eyes were filled with joy when he saw the young man. He waved his right arm. The young man stepped forward and hugged Night Sorrow. 13th brother, I've missed you so much these past few years. The young man was none other than Tianyu, who had fought alongside Night Sorrow in the beginning. The one who followed Tianyu was naturally the Green Rock clan leader. He was also the one who had pressured the Great Demon King and Lin Piao. Tianyu, how have you been these past few years? Let's talk inside. Night Sorrow patted Tianyu's shoulder. My grandfather, Green Rock clan leader Zhang Tian. Tianyu introduced him. Night Sorrow cupped his hands in greeting, then introduced the Great Demon King, Lin Piao, and the others behind him. Night Sorrow, other than accompanying Tianyu, I've also come to apologize to you. Last time, we took Tianyu away without informing you. It was our fault. The Green Rock clan thanks you for taking care of Tianyu all these years. In the future, Night Sorrow, if you have any requests, the Green Rock clan will definitely help. Zhang Tian cupped his hands towards Night Sorrow. KV New Fastest News, clan leader, you're too polite. Tianyu is my brother. We've fought side by side, weathered storms together. We've been through life and death together. You can't say we took care of him, but as long as it's something that benefits Tianyu, I can't wait to approve. I won't stop you. Night Sorrow said. It's mainly because we were too excited at the time. That's why the clan's patriarch took him away first. We've underestimated your magnanimity. Zhang Tian said. Monarch cultivation. It seems you've worked hard these past few years. Night Sorrow patted Tianyu's shoulder again. Don't stand outside. Night Sorrow, please come in and have a seat. Lin Piao said. Once they were seated in the courtyard, Zhang Skycloud repeatedly expressed his apologies, but Nightfall didn't seem to mind. Tianyu, you're going to participate in the 100 Races Alliance, right? When the time comes, we'll be able to spar. Night Sorrow said with a smile. Naturally, I'm no match for Brother 13. However, the others will try to trample as many of them as they can, Tianyu said. Tianyu, just do your best. The patriarch said that we're only bringing you out for a walk. As for the matter of taking the number 1 vanguard and number 1 commander, the clan's council of elders will be responsible for that. Night Sorrow, you have to be careful. The Azure Rock clan has another official participating team. Celestial Cliffs. Tianyu looked at Tsang Tian. Tsang Tian nodded. The Green Rock clan had another team this time, led by his elder brother, Elder Tian Yunhai. 13th brother, I can't do anything to Celestial Cliffs. Help me take care of him. Tianyu's expression turned ugly. Tianyu, what's going on? Tsang Tian looked at Tianyu. Grandfather, I just returned to the clan. During the clan meeting, he went to my residence and beat me up. That's fine, I can tolerate it. But I can't tolerate him calling me a bastard, Tianyu said in a low voice. Crack. Tsang Tian clenched his right hand, and the space in his palm cracked with a muffled sound. Good. Very good. No matter who it is, they can't bully my brother. 13th brother will get justice for you. We've been relying on each other since we were 14. Your glory is my glory, Night Sorrow's glory. Your humiliation is my humiliation. If he dares insult you, I'll pull out his teeth. I'm sorry, Green Rock clan leader, but Night Sorrow has to take care of this. Night Sorrow looked angry. This is a family matter, but you're Yu-Er's brother. I won't stop you. Yu-Er, remember this. In the Green Rock clan, I'm the clan leader. Your father ran away, so you're the junior clan leader. The others are just there to play with. If there's anything you want to do, tell me. I'll go raid their homes. I understand. Tianyu nodded. I'm sorry. I took Yu-Er away from you and made him suffer. Tsang Tian's face was full of regret. He couldn't explain it to Night Sorrow. Night Sorrow shook his head. From Tsang Tian's words, he knew that Tsang Tian didn't know about this. He also valued Tianyu very much. After chatting for a while, Tsang Tian left with Tianyu. He was very happy because he knew that even without the Green Rock clan, Tianyu wouldn't suffer any grievances because he had Night Sorrow as his brother. Contact a few more people. If we meet Heaven's Horizon, we'll teach them a lesson. There aren't many people who can defeat a peak sovereign emperor from the Green Rock clan. I'll do it. Night Sorrow shook his head. Night Sorrow didn't want others to do it. It's not a big deal. No one from the Blood Qilin clan is participating. However, a junior from the Fire Qilin clan is participating. I'll go and greet him. Chirue brought Lin Yun and Lin Yu into the courtyard. Senior is here. Please take a seat. Night Sorrow quickly stood up and greeted him. How familiar, said a young girl standing beside Lin Yun. She looked a little young, but she had a face that could captivate all living things. Lin Yu, he's Night Sorrow. He's the one who woke up your savior. Chirue said. Lin Yu, thank you for saving my life. Can I call you brother? Lin Yu blinked her beautiful eyes and looked at Night Sorrow. That's not possible. Little princess, you have a noble status. Night Sorrow doesn't dare. Night Sorrow quickly cupped his hands and refused. It's okay. You're the only virtuous emperor in this reincarnation. Our Blood Qilin clan can't compare to you. Noble. No one can say the word noble in front of you. Chirue said. Lin Yu greets brother. Seeing that her father didn't object, Lin Yu bowed slightly and cupped her hands. Good. From today onwards, you're Night Sorrow's sister. Night Sorrow reached out and helped Lin Yu up. Lin Yu, if anyone bullies you in the future, you'll have a helper. Night Sorrow, you'll have to call me Sister Yun. Lin Yun said with a smile. Night Sorrow smiled and cupped his hands at Lin Yun as a greeting. The 100 Races Alliance conference is coming soon. In the past, I didn't come, but I know that it's never this lively. I don't know why, but this time, many races are here, so you're under a lot of pressure. You're the virtuous emperor and the Blood Chelan clan is the virtuous divine beast clan, so I hope you can be the first vanguard. I'm here to cheer you on. The Blood Chelan clan is also your backing. Chiroe said. Thank you, Lord Patriarch. Night Sorrow was shocked because Chiroe's words were very serious. Chin Roy left with his daughters. Night Sorrow and the others sat down. Night Sorrow, you're getting stronger and stronger. King Yawu of the Divine Capital can shake the celestial realm with a stomp of his foot. The Blood Chelan clan is also a huge force. You're good. Great Demon King gave Night Sorrow a thumbs up. Chapter 1841. That's the difference. Great Demon King, your resolve isn't enough. Being your backer is a great ambition, Yu Zhu said with a smile. At that moment, Pu Luo returned. He looked at the Great Demon King with fire in his eyes as he tossed the gold brick in his hand. What do you mean? Night Sorrow asked with a smile. You, initial L, hair, it's nothing. The Grand Elder said that it doesn't matter where we represent. We're all humans anyway, Pu Luo said as he kept the gold brick and sat down. While they were talking, Fan Tian arrived with 2 jars of wine. Then, Fan Tian said that the arrangements for the Divine Capital's participation in the 100 Clan Alliance Conference were almost done. Elder Yan Qi and Great Guardian Shi Yan would be leading the team. Night Sorrow would be the participant this time. His current identity was the young city lord of the Divine Capital. Night Sorrow was stunned for a moment because he had never thought about this. I know you don't care, but Master said that he doesn't care about this in the Divine Capital. However, this time, in front of others and the 100 Clan Alliance, the Divine Capital has to fight. No one can use their identity and status to suppress the unparalleled Sword Sovereign's disciple, Fan Tian said. Then I'll listen to Master's arrangements. Night Sorrow nodded. Also, Master said that the few of us, regardless of our identity and status in other forces, will sit in the Humanitarian League seats as secondary representatives. The Divine Capital has arrangements for the Humanitarian League seats. If not, then the Humanitarian League can't stay in the Divine Capital anymore. Fan Tian threw out another topic. It was a trap. Pu Luo was the law-enforcing elder of the 100 Clan Elder Association in the Infinite Desolation City. It would be unreasonable if he didn't sit in the Infinite Desolation City seats. The Great Demon King and Lin Piaomiao were also stunned. They couldn't explain it to the Grand Elder and Lu Qi. It's nothing. King Yawu, the City Lord, and I have discussed this before. The Humanitarian League is a banner of the human race. We'll use this 100 Clan Alliance conference to raise this banner. The City Lord also agrees. The Grand Elder, who was holding the coiling dragon spear, appeared in the courtyard. Fortunately, King Yawu and Grand Elder have talked to each other before. Otherwise, we would have been in a lot of trouble, Pu Luo said while wiping his forehead. The Grand Elder sat down. You guys still have limitations. You have to know that both the Divine Capital and the Heavenly Desolate City are the lifelines of the human race. You have to rise together. The City Master and King Yawu have a common understanding. Misty won't participate in the battle for the position of the first commander. Great Demon King, if you dare to fail, I won't forgive you. I won't miss. Even if I do, I'll kill my opponent. The Great Demon King stood up and made a promise. Can't you save me some trouble? This was the Alliance Conference, not the arena of life and death. Once the opponent admitted defeat, they couldn't attack again. What's more, there are several powerful figures among the judges. How can you kill them in front of them? The Grand Elder glared at the great demon king. Which powerful figures will be the judges? Pu Luo asked. Blood Scale Clan Supreme Chirue, Golden Dragon King Long Batian, Green Rock Clan's Patriarch Tian Yun Sang, myself and King Yo Wu of the Divine Capital. Currently, there are 5 judges, the Grand Elder said. This is how the 100 Race Alliance Conference should be. The small fights in the past were meaningless. Alliance Master, it seems like we have to make a big splash this time. However, in the arena, everyone has their own unique skills. They're all killer moves. Won't it be easy to kill them? After saying that, the great demon king looked at the Grand Elder. If both sides are injured, no one will stop them. If there's a possibility of mutual destruction or one side being killed, the judges will step in to stop them. The outcome will be determined based on the situation. Basically, there won't be any deaths. The Grand Elder explained the rules. Knight Sorrow listened while thinking. If the Golden Dragon King was here, then Long Jean might be here as well. After the Grand Elder finished talking about business, Knight Sorrow asked if the Golden Dragon King had brought a few clansmen and if the Nine-Tailed Fox clan and the Ice Phoenix clan had come. The Golden Dragon King brought a young man. When I went to visit, he was still guiding the young man's cultivation. As for the Nine-Tailed Fox clan, a messenger has already arrived. Their people will be here as well. The Ice Phoenix clan didn't come. Instead, they sent invitations to the other clans. 1 year later, their new queen will ascend the throne, the Grand Elder said. While the Grand Elder was talking, Lu Chi came with a woman. This is Knight Sorrow. Lu Chi pointed at Knight Sorrow and said to the woman. On the princess's orders, I'm here to deliver an invitation and this crystal ball to Lord Knight. The white-clothed woman held a golden invitation and a crystal ball in both hands. She handed them to Knight Sorrow. Knight Sorrow took them with both hands. When Knight Sorrow's hand touched the crystal ball, an image appeared in the crystal ball. Knight Sorrow, Aunt Faye is doing well in the Ice Phoenix clan. She's currently cultivating, so she won't be able to see you. Aunt Faye will ascend the throne in the coming year. If you want to come, bring your family. Aunt Faye misses you. Inside the crystal ball was Wuling Fei's image. Aunt Faye. Please tell the princess that Knight Sorrow will definitely bring his family. Knight Sorrow bowed to the messenger. Lu Chi left with the messenger. Knight Sorrow took a deep breath and put the invitation and crystal ball into his storage ring. Although the batch of seedlings sent to the 9 regions world didn't meet the expectations of the major clans, they all rose up. This is what everyone wants to see, the Grand Elder said. Since they all rose up, I can't fall behind. Let's see how the 100 Races Alliance Conference plays out. Knight Sorrow took a deep breath. After sending the Grand Elder off, Knight Sorrow sat down. He felt at ease because the people he cared about were doing well. Lin Piaomiao took out a neatly folded battle suit and pushed it in front of Knight Sorrow. After taking a look, Knight Sorrow stood up. He recognized it. It was something from the depths of his memory. It was the king battle suit of the Night Moon dynasty. It was the battle suit that the men of Night Moon wore when they fought. This robe was made by Chu Yu, Aoi, Yanglei, Xueshi, and Aluo. Everyone has a copy. Mother said that when the men of Night Moon conquer the world, they will definitely wear the king battle suit, Lin Piaomiao said. Yes, no matter where I represent, I am from Night Moon. One day, the people of the celestial realm will know about the Night Moon dynasty. Knight Sorrow reached out and touched the king battle suit. The king battle suit was the belief of the people of Night Moon. When the men of Night Moon wore the king battle suit, they could conquer the world. Come. I'm suddenly looking forward to it. Perhaps I have an unstable element in my bones. The more there is a big battle, the more excited I am. Night Sorrow put away the king battle suit. Chapter 1842. Okay, no problem. I have enough gold bricks to fight them. The great demon king nodded. There were still 2 days left. Night Sorrow entered the clear sky pagoda to refine the reincarnation spear and upgrade the array within the spear. Heavenly axiom artifacts and origin artifacts did not have a fixed grade. It mainly depended on the strength of the user. A sage king could only unleash the power of a sage artifact. A king's cultivation level could unleash the power of a king artifact. An emperor's artifact would be an emperor artifact. Night Sorrow strengthened the array to make the reincarnation spear harder and more powerful. This only took a few days, which was 4 hours in real life. It did not delay matters at all. After pondering for a while, Night Sorrow felt that he should pay a visit to the Golden Dragon King's VIP building to see if Long Jean had come. At this moment, Long Jean was still cultivating in the VIP building. He was cultivating a set of saber techniques. Long Jean loved sabers and also cultivated saber techniques. When the Golden Dragon King asked him to cultivate sword techniques, he refused no matter what. If he did not allow him to cultivate saber techniques, he would not cultivate. The Golden Dragon King had no choice but to let him be. However, the Golden Dragon King discovered that Long Jean was very talented in saber techniques. He would have a better future if he cultivated saber techniques. Therefore, he imparted a set of saber techniques from the clan to Long Jean. "Uncle, are you sure I'm your nephew?" Long Jean asked as he cultivated his saber techniques. "Nonsense. If you weren't, would I let you enter the clan grounds to receive the inheritance?" the Golden Dragon King said as he drank tea. "Then I followed your arrangements and cultivated the dragon traversing 9 heavens in 8 years. Back then, you said that as long as I cultivated it, you would give me freedom. Why can't I go see a friend now?" After Long Jean slashed with his saber, he sheathed his saber and looked at the Golden Dragon King. "Forever free of charge, 5 novels/KB, the day after tomorrow is the day of the 100 Race Alliance Conference. What if you can't make it in time? I'm the referee for this competition. If no one from the Golden Dragon clan participates when I sit there as the referee, where will I put my face? After the 100 Species Alliance convention is over, you can go and find her if you want. I'll give you a year of freedom. More than a year, half a year at most." The Golden Dragon King dispelled the enchantment. Long Jean had been cultivating his saber techniques in the enchantment. "Captain." As soon as the Golden Dragon King withdrew the barrier, Long Jean discovered Night Sorrow standing outside the VIP building. He immediately flashed outside the VIP building. "Long Jean, you really came." Seeing Long Jean, Night Sorrow was surprised. He wanted to see Long Jean, but he didn't have much hope. Long Jean stretched out his arm, and so did Yi Shang. Their fists bumped into each other a few times, and then they shook hands. "I'm relieved to see that you're doing well. I just met Tianyu. He's also an imperial emperor like you," said Night Sorrow. "Let me introduce you. This is my uncle. Although he's my biological uncle, he treats me like a prisoner," said Long Jean as he looked at the Golden Dragon King who had walked out of the VIP building. Night Sorrow cupped his hands at the Golden Dragon King. The Golden Dragon King nodded at Night Sorrow and returned to the VIP building after saying a few words. What he meant was that he was going to pick someone up, but there was nothing wrong with not greeting him. In this world, the stronger one was the absolute truth. Night Sorrow didn't refute. Strength was the truth. Most of the time, it made sense. After chatting with Long Jean for a while, Night Sorrow returned to his courtyard. The Golden Dragon King's words were very domineering and even a little hurtful. However, Night Sorrow wasn't angry. He only had the motivation to rise. On the first night of the 100 Race Alliance Conference, Night Sorrow saw Yi Mei. Yi Mei was a 3-star emperor. She was slightly weaker than Tianyu and Long Jin. She hadn't reached the imperial emperor realm. After knowing Yi Mei's current achievements, Knight Sorrow was very satisfied. He couldn't associate this woman in front of him with the little fox from before. Knight Sorrow was very happy. Except for Lord Longxian, there was news of the few people who were picked up. They had all achieved something. Wu Lingfei was also safe. This made Knight Sorrow feel very relieved. Long Jin came while Knight Sorrow and Lin Piaomia were talking. "Your uncle didn't look after you today?" Knight Sorrow asked with a smile. "No. Actually, he just wants me to achieve something quickly. These 2 days, he has been meeting guests. Sometimes, he brings me along. Other times, he doesn't care about me. I heard some news. Captain, your humanitarian league is doing well. The humanitarian gold brick is very famous. I want to join the humanitarian league," Long Jin said. Knight Sorrow looked at Long Jin and smiled. He knew that it would be difficult for Long Jin to be with him. The Golden Dragon King was a huge mountain in the middle. My uncle didn't object this time. However, he said that I lacked something. So, he got me this. He said that I lack some experience and asked me to find you. Long Jin took out a gold brick. The Great Demon King, Pu Luo, Ruisi, and the others took a few steps back. They looked at Long Jin in surprise. The brick Long Jin took out was too big. It was golden and shiny. It was even bigger than the table they were drinking tea on. I am the Golden Dragon. If I fight with my true body, how can I use this small thing? Captain, help me solve it. Long Jin looked at Knight Sorrow and said. Pu Luo, this is my brother. Help him. Knight Sorrow looked at Pu Luo and said. Pu Luo looked at Long Jin as if he was looking at a monster. After putting away the gold brick, he left. He didn't have much time. He had to enter the space acceleration treasure and carve the Tao Te Ching. A gold brick without the Tao Te Ching wasn't qualified to be called a humanitarian gold brick. They sat down and chatted. Lin Piaomiao congratulated Long Jin on his rapid improvement. Long Jin sighed. He told her about the Golden Dragon King's inhumanity. This was the Golden Dragon clan's family matter. Knight Sorrow was helpless. The Golden Dragon King was doing it for Long Jin's sake. However, Knight Sorrow planned to talk to the Golden Dragon King after the 100 Race Alliance conference. He wanted to see if he could get Long Jin back. At this moment, on the top floor of the tallest ancient tower in Tianhuang City, 2 people sat facing each other. One of them was King Yawu, and the other was surrounded by energy. The situation is unstable. A storm is coming. Fortunately, Knight Sorrow obtained Mo Tianji's body. This is a big blow to the Demon Wing clan, the man surrounded by energy said. With that body suppressed, the Demon Wing clan will be afraid. Have you seen the body? Can you determine Mo Tianji's level? King Yawu asked. She is at the level of the tribulation of 7 emperors. However, she has accumulated a lot. Her body is filled with Daoist rhymes. If she wasn't suppressed by Wushuang for a long time, she should have no problem breaking through to the tribulation of 9 emperors. He was the city lord of Tianhuang City. If Knight Sorrow saw him, he would recognize him. He was the rider of the celestial demon list, Tran Hung. During this time, Knight Sorrow was with you. How was it? Could he take down the first vanguard? It would be best if he could. Even if he couldn't, he still had to enter the tower. Tran Hung said. Chapter 1843. All the leaders of the various factions are here for the 100 Races Alliance conference. Perhaps they want to see the strength of the human race. Since you're here, there's no need for me to show up. As the referee, you should also show your strength, said Tran Hung. King Yowu nodded and the two discussed the overall situation. The 100 Races Alliance conference officially began. The arena in Tianhuang City was very large. In the center was a large arena. Because the Divine Beast clan was participating, the arena was very large, spanning hundreds of miles. In front of the martial arts practice field, there were 5 golden thrones. Opposite the thrones, there were several seats. There weren't many people participating, but many members of the 100 Races Alliance had come. The 100 Races Alliance conference could see which faction was stronger and some of the developments. Before leaving, Knight Sorrow put on Night Moon Dynasty's King battle armor and followed the 7 people from the Humanitarian League to the arena. Normally speaking, a new faction wouldn't have a good seat in the 100 Races Alliance conference. But this wasn't the case. The Humanitarian League seat was very good. It was on the left side of God's capital and on the right side of Tianhuang City. It was close to the central area. Even the Divine Beast clan didn't have such treatment. Some elders questioned this arrangement, but the Grand Elder only said one thing. No one questioned the City Lord's decision. The City Lord wasn't just the pride of the human race, he was also the leader of the 100 races. No one could question his decisions. Pu Luo, the great demon king, and the others sat down. Knight Sorrow looked around and saw that only the center seat was left. Alliance leader, sit. How impressive. You're on the same level as the leaders of the other factions. If anyone dares to look down on you, just kill them, the great demon king said after sitting down. Knight Sorrow glanced at the great demon king in disdain and sat down. As soon as Knight Sorrow sat down, a few people ran over and sat behind Lin Piaomiao and the others. It was Long Jin, Tianyu, and Yi Mei. Lin Yu also ran over. Ha! It's not bad that these kids are getting along so well. Zhang Tian smiled from his seat at the judges' table. Sky Cloud laughed heartily, but the Golden Dragon King didn't look too happy. He'd been sitting at the judges' table, and the Golden Dragon King's only seat was Long Jin. Now that he was gone, the Golden Dragon King's seat was empty. This Humanitarian League is not bad. Kirui smiled. Bastard, I'll skin him when we get back. The Golden Dragon King snorted, very dissatisfied. What are you guys doing here? Knight Sorrow turned around and asked Long Jin and the others. 13th brother, you are the leader of the Humanitarian League, and the God-slaying squad was formed by the captain. Naturally, the God-slaying squad belongs to the Humanitarian League. How can we not come at such a critical time? Tianyu said. That's right. Although some people's eyes are murderous, I'm not afraid. Long Jin and the Golden Dragon King looked at each other. Good. If you dare to come, then I'll accept. Lin Yu, why are you here? Elder Kirui will be angry. Knight Sorrow looked at Lin Yu and asked. Father said that if I didn't live well in the past, he'll support me in whatever I want to do in the future. Lin Yu smiled. Fine, then you'll stay in the Humanitarian League. Knight Sorrow turned around. Since things had come, then he'd deal with it. It wasn't a big deal. Captain, I'm going to fight for the position of vanguard for the Golden Dragon Clan. After all, I'm from the Golden Dragon Clan, and I've never done anything for the clan. Long Jin cupped his hands and explained to Lin Piaomiao and the others. He felt that he had to make this clear, and he felt that he owed the Humanitarian League something. 13th brother, I'm in the same situation. Tianyu also spoke up. That's normal. I understand. We've never officially fought, so we're just going to use this arena to try. It won't be that easy if you want to take the position of vanguard. Knight Sorrow said with a smile. Long Jin, can you do it? Tianyu looked at Long Jin and asked. You'll know after you try. I haven't been idling around for the past few years. I've suffered so much. Long Jean smiled. Knight Sorrow also smiled. He didn't feel pressured at all. Even if he lost to Long Jean or Tianyu, he would still be happy. They were all his brothers. King Wu was the last to appear. He sat in the middle of the judges' seats. Before he came, the Golden Dragon King and the Green Rock clan leader didn't sit in the middle. They knew very well that there would definitely be a big shot from the human clan today. If the city lord of Tianhuang City didn't come, then King Wu would. But no matter who came, the middle seat had to be reserved. After sitting down, King Wu cupped his hands and said a few polite words to the 4 judges. Then the conference will begin. The Grand Elder stood up and announced the official start of the 100 Race Alliance Conference. He also emphasized the significance of the conference. The 100 Race Alliance had a team in Tianhuang City. Currently, it was led by the human clan because the first commander, Lin Piaomiao, was from the human clan. So was the first vanguard. However, after reaching the Emperor realm, she automatically stepped down. The first vanguard would lead the strongest team. It could even be said that the position of the first vanguard had surpassed that of a normal commander. The first commander would lead all the soldiers. This time, the 100 Race Alliance could be said to be fighting for the command of the soldiers. Of course, it was also to see which clan was the strongest. The stronger the clan, the greater the authority. This was the consensus of the alliance. After the Grand Elder explained the significance of the conference, he explained the rules of the conference. It was an elimination system. As long as one lost a match, they wouldn't have the chance to continue fighting. It was that simple. If one side admitted defeat, the other side wouldn't be allowed to kill. If they didn't admit defeat, they would fight to the death. The rewards were also mentioned. The first vanguard and first commander would have the qualifications to enter the Tianhuang Tower to cultivate. In addition, the second and third place of the vanguard battle and commander battle would also have some rewards. They would be able to refine a set of armor and weapons according to the requirements. Such rewards were very coveted because the products of Tianhuang City were all exceptional treasures. The armor and weapons were things that cultivators yearned for even in their dreams. Look at the original chapter, section RT, ***. The vanguard battle began first. As it was of great importance, each clan sent their elites to participate. There were close to 200 participants. The battle was very cruel. There was no time to rest. As long as one was called to the stage, one had to go up. Exhaustion and injuries were their own problems. It was as iron-blooded as war. Every participant was recommended by the patriarch and had a number plate. Knight Sorrow was number 9, Long Jean was number 73, and Tianyu was number 60. There was only one arena, which meant that there would be 2 matches. After one match, there would be the next. This was also to give others a chance to observe and appreciate. There were 2 participants in the opening round. One was from the human race and the other was from the heaven-devouring tiger race. They were from the same race as Heaven Lord God Tiger and were both peak Emperor realm experts. In the end, the human race was defeated. The heaven-devouring tiger race's innate skills were too heaven-defying. The next 3 matches ended quickly because the peak Emperor realm experts from some special races were indeed powerful. It was Knight Sorrow's turn for the 5th match. He was number 9 and was the first to go up the stage. Chapter 1844. Knight Sorrow nodded at Pu Luo. He knew that the first vanguard battle was going to be brutal. Exhaustion and injuries were all factors that could lead to failure. Finishing the battle as quickly as possible was a tactic to reduce exhaustion. If the opponent can't do it, then bring out gold bricks. The Humanitarian League's reputation will be spread at this event. Guys who eat, let everyone see what we're made of, the great demon king shouted. If they're not virtuous enough, then kill them, Pu Luo added. Knight Sorrow walked onto the arena and bowed to King Yawu. Then, he cupped his hands to the other 4 judges and stood at the side of the arena. As the host, Emperor Tang, called out a number, another contestant stepped onto the arena. Number 10 was a vulture emperor. He bowed to the judges and then turned to look at Knight Sorrow. Then, he pushed his arms behind him. Energy surged around his hands, and sharp claws appeared. When the host announced the start of the battle, the vulture emperor's body flashed. He charged toward Knight Sorrow at an incredible speed. In an instant, he closed in on Knight Sorrow. Knight Sorrow didn't move. When the vulture emperor was only 200 feet away from him, energy surged from Knight Sorrow's body. Then, his domain rippled out in all directions. Under the impact of Knight Sorrow's domain, the vulture emperor's body froze. His speed decreased. At that moment, Knight Sorrow used the void step. His body flashed, and he appeared in front of the vulture emperor. His right hand formed a claw and grabbed at the vulture emperor's throat. The vulture emperor raised his right hand and blocked his throat. If Knight Sorrow didn't stop, the vulture emperor's claw would pierce him. Knight Sorrow's right hand didn't change direction, but light appeared on his hand. The virtuous immortal body's energy poured into his right hand. At the same time, his right hand formed a fist. This fist smashed into the vulture emperor's right hand. When Knight Sorrow's fist landed, a cracking sound was heard. The vulture emperor's claw was broken. After breaking one of the monarch's claws, Knight Sorrow stretched out his right hand and grabbed the monarch's right wrist. Then, he exerted force and swung the monarch's body into the air. He threw the monarch over his head and onto the hard arena floor. This was the 100 race conference, so the arena couldn't be damaged. Therefore, there was an array formation and 2. After being thrown to the ground twice and not a third time, the arch of the vulture race prepared to counterattack. But as soon as he opened his eyes, he saw a flash of golden light. Then, he lost consciousness. Because the human emperor's seal landed firmly on his forehead. Yi Shang glanced at the spirit vulture emperor's body, which had collapsed to the ground like a noodle. He pinned the human emperor's seal to his waist and cupped his hands at the judges. Number 9 wins, announced Emperor Tang, who was in charge of hosting the conference. He stood to the left of the judges. Knight Sorrow left the arena. The unconscious vulture emperor with a bloody bump on his head was also carried off the arena. Oh front $front hashtag, this guy's body is very strong. Are you sure he's human? Tsang Tian asked King Yawu. That's right. I recommended him. I'm not so old that I can't even tell the difference between humans and beasts, said King Yawu. The Humanitarian League is mighty. The League leader is domineering. Ruisi and Yuzhu stood up and roared. The first 4 battles went quickly, but not as quickly as Knight Sorrow. This time, the 2 sides only made contact once. After that, the vulture emperor couldn't fight back. No one can stop me on the path of cultivation, muttered Knight Sorrow when he reached his seat. Then, he sat down. Captain, your strength is getting more and more incomprehensible, said Long Jin. Brother 13, we met. It's a spar between brothers, said Tianyu. You can't hit my head with that thing of yours. It'll make me stupid and leave behind some residual effects. That'll be a serious problem. That guy's evil aura was very strong. He must have killed a lot of people. That's why I hit him. If he's upright, I wouldn't have used that thing, said Knight Sorrow with a smile. The battles continued, but there wasn't much of a disparity in strength. After all, those who could participate in the 100 Races Alliance's first vanguard were the most outstanding emperors of their respective races. The 30th battle had Tianyu's name on it. Tianyu went on stage. Although his cultivation was 2 levels lower than his opponent's, Tianyu was fast. His opponent couldn't attack him. On the other hand, Tianyu's sharp claws and wings posed a great threat to his opponent. After an hour, Tianyu's opponent was exhausted and admitted defeat. Not bad, brother. Seeing Tianyu come down, Knight Sorrow smiled and nodded. After a few more battles, it was Long Jin's turn. Long Jin didn't transform into his true form, he fought in his human form. He swung his wave blade again and again, and his blade aura became stronger and stronger. His power kept increasing. Golden Dragon King, your clansman has mastered your Golden Dragon Soaring Dragon Blade technique, said Song Tianyun. He hasn't been practicing it for long. Even with time acceleration, it hasn't been 3 years. This king doesn't want to show off, but this king has never seen a cultivator as talented as him. He was born for the Tao of the Blade. The Golden Dragon King's face was full of smiles. He was very satisfied with Long Jin's technique. Soaring Dragon of the Blood Sea, slash. At that moment, Long Jin unleashed his 27th slash. His blade was full, and he unleashed a killing blow. The Grand Elder waved his arm and a wall of energy appeared in front of Long Jin's opponent, blocking the slash. If it hadn't been blocked, the battle would have ended. Then, Emperor Tang announced the end of the battle. Long Jin was victorious. He had defeated his opponent with 27 slashes. Good seedlings. The Humanitarian League is full of talent, said the Grand Elder with a smile. He's from the Golden Dragon clan, said the Golden Dragon King. He's sitting in the Humanitarian League's seat. The Grand Elder didn't refute the Golden Dragon King's words. It was as if he was talking about something else. Why does this king have such a bastard nephew? I'm going to skin him when I get back. The Golden Dragon King said angrily. Your nephew? Chirue turned his head to look at the Golden Dragon King. Yes. His parents ran away. This king only caught him and brought him back to the clan. The Golden Dragon Island currently only has the 2 of us. The Golden Dragon King nodded. This was the tragedy of heaven-defying divine beasts. They had so few clansmen. Then, someone else stepped onto the stage. When he saw who it was, Tianyu's eyes almost spat fire. It was the Green Rock Clan Celestial Cliffs.